we're here.
Hey everybody, welcome to Threeflings, the only show on Twitch. With 3 tieflings every Friday night. Threeflings is a collection of one-shot adventures from the UNCAGED Anthology. So if this is your first episode or your 50th, welcome. You are all caught up. Tonight, we are playing The Divine Order of Things by Jamie O'Devere. But wow, from Uncaged Volume 2. 4. I'm sorry, y'all. Uncaged Volume 4 with La Llorona on the cover. And let's meet our Tief so I can stop screwing up our intro. Let's welcome back Draz. Tell us about your Tief.
I'm Draz, also known as Allison. Drazia down in the chat. I play Vittori, the ranger, who has magic, unlike somebody.
Speaking of somebody, Gwen, tell us about your Tief.
I'm playing Adara, our resident fighty bitey tiefling. She has no magic, but she won't let that stop her from starting trouble. And her cousin is Vittori, hence the infighting.
And Ink, tell us about your Tief.
Hi, my name is Ink. I am, unlike these two, I am not related to them in-game, so I am getting stuck with the middle child syndrome here. While these two try to fight. I am playing Ophelia, your magical girl frog queen, aka Pact of the Tome Warlock tiefling, patronizing her mom, but not in that, like, mansplaining way, like in the actual literal patron way.
I think her mom is patronizing her.
Yeah.
No,
You have your mom as your patron.
It's been a week.
Well, it's weird because normally the patron is like the one who pays you to do something. But which way is it for warlocks? Like, who's really the patron? We're already off topic, and I promised I wouldn't.
Speaking of Patreon,
I was gonna say
Patreon.
Follow our Patreon.
Patreon.com/Threeflings.
It's in the chat.
Anyway,
we do have some content warnings tonight. It's not going to be on screen, but there are references to physical abuse of children as well as domestic abuse. So if those are going to be triggers for you, we love you so much, and we will see you next week. So without further ado, who wants to tell us what happened previously on Threeflings? We played Tooth and Fin by our very own Jazz Eisinger.
I wasn't here.
Mermaid Party!
Festival! And then the queen that the festival was about was like, hey, I need your help. Come down underwater and save my babies.
Yeah, and so we showed up to the religious event where they were like, we're gonna summon some merfolk, and we're like, cool, and then the merfolk queen got summoned and was like, who wants to rescue Ro? Just lots of Ro. And we were like, I think Vittoria and Adara were kind of like, what? And Shai was like, yeah, let's go. So then we did. And that was the whole adventure.
And now we're duchesses.
Yeah, there were some Sahuagin who had, like, stolen the merfolk's row. So we attempted to discuss with them after combat. And then they were like, but we were planning on using these babies to turn them into sleeper agents so we could, kill the merfolk and take over their cities later. And we were like, that's a bad reason to kidnap babies. And they were like, well, it's the one we got. And we were like, okay, then we're taking these back. So we did. And all the merfolk were like, thank you for rescuing all these babies. Would you like a title? Would you like to be titled nobility of the merfolk? And we were like, does it come with responsibilities? And they went, no. And we went, hell yeah. And that's how the rest of the episode went.
That gets a point of inspiration. You have a blessing as well. Did you mention that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can, like, call on the merfolk queen, like, once per long rest. Whenever, like, we're...
Is it once per long rest?
Yeah, it's once per long rest.
Wow.
Yeah, so, like, whenever we have an ocean adventure, we are just gonna, like,
you could just, like, spam that.
Yeah.
To say, I really hope you don't try to get her to come and join you guys, like, while you're on, like, in the middle of a landlocked area.
Yeah, they would be like,
Why?
Yeah. What was their name again?
I did not write it down, but
It's
the
in the
blessing is
Discord.
called the blessing of Tarathea.
Yeah, that's
So we
it.
have to
I'm
say
not sure how to
Tarathea.
pronounce that, but that's
Atirat?
I guess it
Is
was
that it?
Atirat or Tarathea. Atirat's the goddess, and
Yeah.
Tarathea is the queen.
Yeah.
All right.
Deborah?
Deborah.
Thank you, Emery's.
So, Ophelia, now that you are here and Shy is gone, you run, having missed the merfolk party, I'm going to say you run into these two as they are leaving Atirat.
With a piece of toast in your mouth.
Putting one shoe on.
Yes.
And you happen to, well, now that Shy's gone, I see how it is. And the three of you are intercepted by someone with a letter for you.
Is it addressed to one of us or all of us?
It
Yeah, that's-
is addressed to the three tieflings known to Deputy Lyra Nolan.
Does this name ring a bell?
Yeah, this was
It
ages
will
ago. I
for
think.
Vittori.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I think it was like the second episode.
No, it's from Love Sorrow, so it was a
Oh,
really
yeah.
long time ago.
No, I
What's the
think
guy's name
Love
again?
Story was the second one that I was in.
Yeah. So this
Wow.
was the woman in red when you illustrated this adventure.
I vividly remember I illustrated and playtested it, but I was not on stream for it because it was a murder mystery, and I knew everything about the adventure.
Oh, yes. I played this with Draz. I remember
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought this
And
was
we
you
nearly
two
got
in before, yeah.
TPK'd at the end.
Yes. Because Gwen was like, I playtested this. I'm not gonna be fun. Someone else needs to play.
Yeah.
This was the first time that Vittori stared in lesbian on the show.
Yeah.
Aww.
Memories. Yeah,
So
I guess I'll read the letter.
All right. And there is a note, inside the letter, which is sealed with Deputy Nolan's seal, there is another letter that was also sealed, but that seal is broken. And there's writing on the outside that said, passing this on to you because you were so helpful with my problem. Hopefully you can assist my friend. Thanks again, Lyra.
Oh yeah, okay, I guess I'll open the second letter. Is there a third letter in here? Is this like a babushka?
Oh
It's
no.
like one of those packages that's just full of glitter. Like a
Wait.
big box,
Oh
but
no.
it's actually
Wait,
a tiny
that-
box.
glitter ball.
Oh my god, wait, Draz, did you say babushka? Because those are like those head wraps that old ladies wear. I think you're thinking of a
Matryoshka
matryoshka doll.
Oh my god, I did.
Yeah, Babushka is just like a Russian grandma.
I was like, Dad is gonna
Yeah,
know
I
exactly what
remember-
I'm talking about. And I'm like, what?
I think in Australia they're also called babushka dolls.
Okay.
But like
Probably
Matryoshka
'cause-
is the other-
Probably
There's a little
because
thing on the head, yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
they're a doll of that.
Yeah.
And then they nest.
Because I think
I'm
Xander and I
gonna
have had this
search this up
conversation.
just so that I'm not seem like a big dingus. And yeah, I searched up babushka doll, and that is an alternative way
Okay.
of, calling them that.
Um,
So wait,
So
that's
the
just
letter
the same thing,
Yeah.
I guess.
Focus.
says, Dear Lyra, I wish I was contacting you about a joyful matter. Alas, it's quite serious. A local villager died recently, an old farmer named Dmitri. While he lives alone on his farm, his body was still found fresh by someone passing by. It appears that Dmitri had a stroke and proceeded to fall and drown in a water trough. While this may simply be an unfortunate event, there were some suspicious aspects to his death. After inspecting his body, I found fresh clay on his shoes. This type of clay is found at the riverbank. Dmitri lives an hour away from the river. How is it fresh? Please, I need your assistance. Your friend, Vasily. And it gives directions to Degorod, a town that is about a day or two's walk from where you are. I'll put this in the chat.
Yeah, Victoria reads this and is immediately intrigued because, she definitely really likes the investigation side of, bounty hunting and, solving stuff.
Mhm.
And she doesn't get to do as often as she would enjoy. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Even if obviously like these mysteries means that something really bad has gone on, so it's like it's not something you'd wish to, have to deal with more of. But it's like, if it happens, and she's so grateful that Lyra was like, this mystery happened, I'm going to contact the people that, solved a mystery like months and months ago. So it's like, hell yeah. She
The good
remembered
news
us.
is that they probably don't deal with murder mysteries super often. So that was probably the most recent other murder mystery in their lives. So they were just
True.
like, makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet Ophelia is very curious as to why this person we helped once is immediately like, ah, yes, I will call on the people that helped me once.
Well, you did resurrect her dearly departed beloved.
True.
I mean, yeah, but wouldn't that
She
also
did, didn't she?
wouldn't
Oh,
that
yeah, she
constitute us as
She did.
necromancers
Never
and
mind.
not like detectives? Oh no.
It's not a missing
So-
persons case, so I'm in.
I mean, it's missing in one way.
No, they're
As in
missing
life
from
of a
this earth,
person.
and that's fine.
So
Important
heading
distinction.
to Dagorod, you start leaving the shore, heading towards the mountains. And you start smelling birch. You see some spruce trees. And you reach the logging town of Orsburg. There's some mud on the ground. You see chips on the ground so that carts don't drag. You see lots of loggers. This seems to be a logging town. And most notably, as you walk through the town, you see poster after poster after poster lettered with large words missing on a passably identifiable portrait of a female half-elf child.
Did I do this to us? Is that what's happening? What was it?
Did
me?
you jinx it?
Did I jinx it? Adara just walks into the town.
You did jinx it, as we have had these adventures planned out for over a year.
Look, I don't read the adventure previews, so yeah, Adara, I guess, joins, or we all walk into this town, and Adara looks at the missing child posters plastered all over every single building and is just like, God fucking damn it! Mother of shitballs! What the hell? This keeps happening. I'm over it.
While Adara's having a mini temper tantrum, I'm going to walk up to the nearest pole or thing with this stuck to it, with one of these posters stuck to it, and take it down and look it over and bring it over to Victoria and Adara.
So you see that there's a veneer on the poster to prevent weather and wear and tear. So whoever put these posters up is wealthy, or at least cares a lot about the posters.
Yes.
It says, daughter of our beloved Reeve, Declan Heron, has gone missing. Reward of 5,000 gold for the person or persons who provide information leading to or the safe return of Octavia Precious. Serious inquiries for the purpose of fulfilling the search may contact the captain of the guard at the constabulary, I can speak English. The poster spelled it right. On the northwestern end of town by the Reeves estate.
Do you want to... Hey, Adara, do you want to deal with this, or do you think we should just, go straight off to this job? And
I'm
she
just
waves
gonna-
the letter.
I'm just gonna hand Vittori one of my business cards that I had made forever ago. That's Idara Leto, adventurer, bounty hunter, etc. And there's a long list of skills that she has. And at the very bottom, it says please God, no more missing persons cases. And she just points at the part on the business card
And then
that was established 20 episodes ago, and it's just
Okay, let's skip this episode and go on to the next one.
That's it, guys. We're done.
Roll credits.
Sorry, Jamie.
While pointing at this business card, she just says it's a lot of money, so I'll go, but I want you to remember this.
I was gonna say, if you were gonna throw a fit, Ophelia was gonna be like, but it's a kid.
They're always children.
As you
And
were
if
having
Shy was here.
as you were having this debate, looking at Adara's business card, you see a woman in a beautiful black cloak with azure trim. She seems exceedingly well dressed for these muddy streets. Approach you. Removing her hood, you see a slender face, sharp, bony, elven features. Her eyes are radiant emeralds, and her long brown hair is in a braid. She's close to Adara's height. She's about 6 feet tall.
Jeez.
And she's impossibly slender. She looks like an elven fashion model. As she approaches you, she says, "Newcomers, hail and welcome to Orsburg. I'm in desperate need of your assistance. You all look to be capable of handling impossible tasks, and well, my daughter Octavia is missing. People of the town believe beyond the boundaries of woodcutters she was eaten by wolves, but I can't accept that unless I have proof. Make no mistake, I believe she's still alive, and I believe you can bring her back. Money is no object. I saw you looked askance at the reward poster put up by my husband."
I imagine Adara still has like a business card and just
Just,
like
like,
lowering it.
It's not away yet, but it's still in her hand. She's just like,
Is anyone else out, or is it just her?
There's a lot of loggers kind of around. The rest of the town seems to be kind of, not paying you much mind. There's a lot of humans and elves. A couple people seem to look like, wow, 3 tieflings. But apart from that, she's the first person who has, like, approached you.
how do the people around us, like, react to her?
They seem to give her, like, a bow.
Okay.
Huh. Interesting.
Victoria's definitely like more willing to do it now that there is someone that actually approached them, because now it's like way worse to be like, no.
Yeah. Now if we say no, like, they saw our faces. They know that we turned down. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the woman and be like, oh, okay, so you're the missing girl's mom and everything. Okay.
Septima Precious, yes, my husband. And she kind of looks away at that. Says, Declan Heron, yes, has put up the reward. I would give anything, do anything, for the return of my Octavia.
When she does the whole, like, look away thing, is it, in the way that people do when they talk about, like, someone who's died, or is she done it in, like, the way that it's someone that she just doesn't like to talk about?
Yeah, it was same question, basically.
It seems like someone she doesn't really like to talk about.
Yeah.
Can we insight check it?
Yeah.
Will
Say,
that
is
give
she a
us more
lesbian, Harold?
information?
Yeah.
17.
Oh, not bad.
Oh god. Like, my spreadsheet is really good, but like it takes me a while to figure out which tab I should be going to.
Oh, no.
That is a 24.
I got an
Zoom.
18.
So you can all immediately see that she radiates, as is described right here, big femme lesbian energy.
I knew it!
No! Tori got the highest score for that check. She recognizes.
Vittori
And
understands when she sees a fellow lesbian.
The gaydar is just, woo!
But Tori's like, say no more.
I understand perfectly.
You get that she very much wants her daughter back,
Mhm.
but that she is not fond of her husband.
Weird.
God, it's like every people were like, "How is Elliot Page attracted to Michael Cera?" It's like that. I feel like. God. Okay. This whole thing. I'm not gonna ask her, "Are you also a friend of Sappho?" I'm not bringing that up. I'm gonna look at her and say, "Can you tell me a little bit about your daughter, just so I can, just so we can have a better idea of what's going on?"
And also details about the disappearance.
That was yes, that was assumed.
Well, Captain Morning's Yawn believes that she's wandered into the woods and was devoured, but I cannot accept that. Octavia never went into the woods without good reason. She is a very clever girl, highly educated. We had the best tutors for her. She loves to read. She loves to cook. She loves candy. She was always very popular. She has a variety of friends. She liked to visit them at the apothecary, and well, I suppose they would play on the boundaries of the woods together, but she would not vanish, and she knew better than to play where there were wolves. She's a clever girl.
How old was she?
Wait, clarifying question about the words you said. She knew better than to play where there were wolves? Was
Where
what you
there
said?
are wolves.
Okay. For some reason, it parsed in my head
wolves.
as with our wolves, and I was like, you have wolves?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, they're called dogs.
Idara holding crouton in her hands is
I
just
was
like,
gonna
I
say,
can't
yeah,
judge.
you have a warg.
He's trained.
But yeah, I am going to ask her, so how old is Octavia?
She's 8.
Hmm.
So when and where specifically, if anybody knows, did she go missing? Like, what's the window of last seen? Who saw her?
Oh, it's been days now. She went out with her friends to play, and then she didn't come home.
Did the friends come home?
Yes.
Yeah. Did they, like... how, in what circumstances would a group of friends just, like, leave someone behind? I know that's not something you can answer, but that's
See, it doesn't
just
make
something
sense
that's...
to me either. I'm so glad that you see this. You understand me. You know there's something wrong here. You do.
Yeah, there's definitely, yeah, something has happened. It's too early to tell what, though, but it's definitely, I think, something we can solve.
At this
Yeah.
point, a large group of children, large group, small children, come screaming in from the outskirts of town, screaming, "Wolves!"
Oh?
How do the
And you
adults
see-
react?
Several guards and loggers grab weapons and start to head to the outskirts of town. She says, "Oh no, this can't be happening." And she, Septima, heads off. "Please, when you find Octavia, find me."
How are we supposed to get in contact with you?
"Oh, I live at the Reeves Mansion. It's the biggest house in town."
Okay.
I think we should follow the crowd
Well-
on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Following the crowd, you see a bunch of people stop on the outskirts of town, and a couple of them just say, "Those wolves come in here. We'll make quick work of them. Don't you worry about it." They must come from somewhere, though.
Can we scan the tree line? Like, are there wolves?
Give me a survival check. A survival check.
A pervival check.
A survival check. That's when you're playing a tabaxi.
Natural 20 for 27.
Oh,
heck
damn.
yeah. Yeah, you see some paw prints that you immediately recognize as dire wolf tracks
Oh, damn.
leading deep into the woods.
Oh.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
More puppies? Good.
Well,
I mean, technically, but like,
Vittori doesn't have a dog yet. That's all I'm saying.
I like how your priority is to get everyone dogs, and then it's just like, you do realize that a person has to want to take care of a dog, correct?
We're a dog family.
So are you following these
well,
tracks
oh,
or
that's
just
cute.
noticing
Out of
them?
focus. So we know that the kid went missing and we found wolf tracks.
Yep.
I feel, team, like our two options are either follow these tracks now or ask around town, possibly get confirmation from other people that the kid was playing with other children and then vanished, and then follow the wolf tracks.
Yeah.
So I think the only people we might want to talk to first would be like the children she was with. Otherwise, I say we just head out.
Yeah, no, I can't tell. How fresh do the tracks look?
Quite.
Extremely.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm willing to talk to children.
I feel like probably talking to children is the correct choice in this situation, but I am not good with children, and, fresh tracks are more my area. But also
of you to
splitting
drink.
the party seems like a very bad idea.
Yeah, Ophelia, I'm okay looping back into town if you want to talk to the kids. Otherwise, I think Vittoria and I are probably more comfortable just following the wolves. Especially since the tracks are fresh, but...
I mean, if you want to, like, compromise, you could always talk to their parents while I talk to the kids.
Sure.
Yeah?
Like, if that's easier.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess my objection was more in the talking to people versus going to wolves. But, like, that's fine. We can go do that.
Yeah, either way. I mean, you know kids like the big, like, catch lots of animals with the mage hand thing, so kids just like to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
All
All right. Since no one's making a concrete decision, let's go.
Guess what? Wolves attack while you're talking.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Nice.
Extremely fresh.
The extremely fresh wolves come out and let's see. They're going to attack each of you. As I drop my dice on the floor.
Ooh.
There we go.
Here they
Oh,
come.
that's a nat 20.
Damn.
Rude.
Jeez.
Everybody needs a dog.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a dog.
Everybody gets a dog.
So that's gonna be... Who wants to take that nat 20? I was gonna put it on Adara. but
I'll
she
take it.
doesn't want it. So that's gonna be...
I was gonna say, yeah, you're probably the closest to the tracks anyway, because I was like, how fresh are these? And you're like, very.
Yeah.
22 piercing damage, Adara, please.
All right.
And give me a strength saving throw.
Sure. I'm a fighter. I'm great at these.
I was gonna say, is this wolf gonna try to suplex you?
13?
You are fine.
Ah! All right. Excellent.
That was so close.
Love to be a fighter.
And Vittori,
Hello.
I'm guessing your DC is under 20. This is not a nat 20. Nat 20.
Magic!
So 12 piercing damage. Please give me a strength saving throw.
Uh, 16.
Okay, you are also fine. And Ophelia!
Yes.
12 piercing damage. Give me a strength saving throw, please.
Ick yay.
She's a warlock. She's great at these.
I mean, it's a 2, but like it's not a 1, which it would have been if I didn't get the cloak of protection.
So you are knocked
No.
prone.
Okay, that's what I figured.
And let's
So
everybody
the
roll
wolf just flexes
initiative.
Ophelia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the cloak of protection, I'm very glad that Adora gave that to me because it gives me a +1 to all of my saves. Because that would have been a 1, like a flat one.
That is a 23 on initiative.
Oh, shit.
That is an 11, because as usual, my good initiative bonus does not negate the fact that I rolled a 6.
I mean, I rolled a 4.
Ophelia.
That's with my bonus. So like,
Oh,
Oh,
Ophelia.
no.
feeling great
Okay.
and feeling normal.
We'll go talk to children after this fight so Ophelia can feel better.
I just want to scoop the frogs and show children the mage hand.
So Dara, you're up first.
All right. I can't talk to wolves. I have no obligation to try and diplomacy my way out of this shit. I'm taking 2 swings at the wolf that bit me.
Do it.
Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Oh, all right. Not feeling particularly concerned about this anymore. Please take minimum 9 damage. Magic silvered slashing, if it matters.
Okay.
If they're actually werewolves. Then I'm
Dire
gonna.
wolves, not werewolves.
I'm just checking.
Okay.
Idara wouldn't know the difference. And I'm gonna take a second swing.
They're like regular wolves, but dire.
Does a 13 hit.
No.
All right, I'm gonna bite the fucking wolf.
So you hit, but its hide is just too tough. It's too big.
All right,
Too thick. Dog too thick.
I rolled a 17 to bite the wolf.
You bite the wolf.
Excellent.
The wolf is confused because generally it does the biting.
Please take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then that's my turn, I guess. I have no particular need to reposition. Wait, how rough does this wolf look?
This is it is an injured wolf.
I'm gonna action surge.
It's not bloodied, but it's injured.
Oh, wow. I guess if we're talking to children afterwards, we're gonna have a short rest.
Yeah, if we're talking to children, I'm taking a knee outside. I'm action surging and taking 2 more swings at this wolf for a natural 20.
Oh,
Oh,
Damn.
good for you.
All right, so that's.
I'm glad someone's having a good time with the wolves.
17 points of damage. I didn't roll great.
I think that should do. No, wait. Where's my math? So I pull out my calculator.
I thought you said,
Wolf
where's my
is still
map?
up.
Wolf is
I
still
said,
up.
Where's my math?
All right, I'm taking another swing because action surge.
Do it.
22 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and that is another 11 points of damage.
And that wolf goes down.
All right, I just point at the one that bit Vittori. It's next.
Point at it.
Yeah, dogs understand pointing.
It is the wolf's turn. And first, one of them is going to bite Ophelia, who is prone, and that's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Why? What is this?
So that's 22 piercing damage.
How could
Yeah,
this happen to
baby!
me?
Looking good and feeling normal with my 13 HP.
It's fine.
Yay.
One is gonna bite
This is fine.
Vittori. For 10 piercing damage.
Good.
Right.
And then it howls, and 2 more bound out of the woods.
What the fuck?
And
Why?
one
I
is
thought
going
this would be a
to
quick encounter.
Right.
miss Idara. And the other one is just going to growl menacingly, and also miss. And it is Vittori's turn.
Oh then.
All right,
could have
I'm
been as
using
many as
resources on
7
this fight now.
wolves.
Yeah, because it's like, if Vittori had gone first, she would have for sure, used, speak with animals, but now it's like, I don't think that will help anymore. I think these wolves woke up and chose violence, and I can't stop them from that.
I just
So,
wanted to talk
you know,
to kids.
So, I'm gonna get out my crossbow and shoot. Yeah, okay. Welcome to Vittori. Sometimes when I roll, high numbers, I'm like, I don't even need to add my bonus. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the
That
beginnings of
is a
combat.
14.
Okay.
Second attack.
A lot of the beginnings of combat is just figuring out how low you can roll and still hit.
Yeah.
Like, all right, a 6 is doable.
Does a 14 hit?
You know what? You don't think it will, and then you're using your arrows, right? It just sinks in.
Ooh.
Oh, we found the number, everybody.
Well, bolts, I guess. Crossbow bolts.
Bolt.
DM. Okay, so... And this one uses my Gloomstalker stuff.
You can
Wait,
use
no,
your
I have
Gloomstalker stuff
three
this
attacks
time.
in the first time. What am I talking about? That one's a shitty... I only rolled 3 damage.
Oh,
But I think that makes sense given my low roll.
That's okay. So,
Okay,
We try our
third
best
attack.
here.
Third attack. And yeah, that one's much better. That is a 24.
to hit?
Yeah.
Yes, you hit.
And that is 10 damage.
Okay. You did 27 damage to that wolf.
Hey. Even if
Anything
one of the
else?
attacks was literally 3 damage.
Ophelia, what would you like to do?
Okay, I was gonna say, I can just stand up. Like, this wolf is not holding me down, correct?
No, it just knocked you over.
Okay.
Wait, I'm a fool. I didn't add my fucking bonuses to that.
Add your bonuses.
The one that did 3 should have done 7.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
So 4 more.
Okay.
I have added that in.
Thank you.
Okay, there are many things I forgot to do when I got attacked. First of all is Hellish Rebuke. I can wait for that. So I am going to stand up as my movement, and then as my
Okay.
action, I'm gonna take my water skin, open it, and I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Wait, are you pouring water into yourself?
No, it essentially, you take the thing, you pour the water out, and then it becomes like ice armor around me.
Mhm.
You're just like pouring a big bottle on her.
No,
and
this
then
isn't
it, like,
the end of the
freezes
Super Bowl.
as
You
it-
don't just pour Gatorade on Ophelia. That's not how that works.
Hydrate.
Okay. Adara, it is your turn.
All right, I'm taking 2 swings at the one menacing Ophelia. I know I pointed at the one that was harassing Vittori. I'll get to it.
He's like, I'm coming for you, but hold on.
You are later. So first swing is a 15 on the die. So
That will hit.
24. That I don't roll a d20 for damage. Get out of here. And I'm gonna make this a.
Sweetest weapon ever.
I'm gonna make this a menacing attack. So please make me a wisdom save. As I remember what game I'm
14.
playing. Ooh,
Yes, this is not Pathfinder, Gwen.
Shh. What was the number?
14.
14? Fail! You are frightened of me until the end of my next turn. And
Ooh.
rolled excellent damage for 21 points of damage.
Oh, damn.
Second swing. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Okay. Yeah, did
Glad
that,
someone can do damage.
that is 11 more points of damage.
Okay. Poor scared little dog.
Poor scared little puppy, I'm gonna bite it.
Okay.
That's probably just standing there very confused.
Crouton's just like, oh.
Crouton, it's
Who
not
do I
personal.
root for? I don't know.
You root for your mother, Crouton. Alright, so that is a 26 to hit.
Yep.
So, woo, please take 12 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. I was wondering why I didn't hear any music. It's because I had the music turned off. And the frightened wolf ceases to be.
Alright, well, fortunately, the frightening it gives me extra damage also, so it wasn't a waste. And then, can I move between Ophelia and wolves?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
yeah, like if it hits me, it's taking damage. It's okay.
Okay. So, that wolf that Vittori was having a battle with
I point at it again.
is gonna jump out and lunge at her, and it's gonna hit this time.
Yay!
9 piercing damage. Give me a strength saving throw, please.
All right, I'm gonna hellish rebuke because this has gone on too much.
Oh.
That is a 19.
That hits.
Okay. God, try to remember what hellish rebuke needs. Okay, dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Damn. All right.
damage, then.
Fine.
But it's
I
still
see
taking
how it is.
You gotta target the mental stats.
That's 5 points of fire damage.
So, even though it mostly dodged, you still light that wolf aflame.
Hell yeah.
And it goes down.
Yeah.
Worth it. I could have, saved a hellish rebuke for like another wolf with more health, but like that wolf did too much damage.
It has to injure you.
And I realize now why they are doing so well.
Because they have pack tactics?
Fucking pack tactics.
I was gonna say, yeah, and probably because the fact that 2 of you hit like normal people and I hit like a wet noodle. Is that maybe why?
Excuse you, wet noodle and trucks.
So...
It's me, you damp piece of macaroni, along with 2 4x4s.
So, there's still the 2 that came out of the woods later, and one of them just got a crit on Adara.
Uh-huh.
So...
I see that Moku dress.
So... Oh, wait, I can math that. That's 22 piercing damage. Give me a strength save.
Again. Alright, strength save. That's cocked. Oh, yeah. 18 on the die. I'm fine.
You are not prone.
What is that? 27.
And this one was gonna try and go for Ophelia, but since you were still standing in between, it's just gonna go for you. And I guess it will not hit you because your AC is higher than 18.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you 19?
I'm 20.
Oh shit, look at
Yeah.
you! So it is Vittori's turn.
Alright, so how many wolves are left?
2 uninjured wolves.
Ugh. Well, okay, so Adara's dealing with the one that went for Ophelia. I'll deal with
That
the
one's
other
dead.
one.
They're
There's
both
2
harassing
You said
Adara
there
now.
were 2. Oh god, both of them. And they're both uninjured, so I guess I just like choose one and just fire.
Both of them.
That is a 17.
That hits. This exciting music. I'm jamming.
That is 14 points of damage.
Shit. Okay.
Second attack is 15.
That hits.
Nice. And that is... God, math is my enemy. 16 points of damage.
16? Okay.
Yeah.
Like consistently doing 20 to 30 damage a turn, Vittori.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
Ophelia, it is your turn.
I believe.
I'm trying to figure out.
Like,
what
let me
I-
just pet the wolf with my armor.
I mean, the only problem with this is that I only do damage if they damage me. If I touch them, it doesn't do anything, which is annoying. Let's see. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I just want to check to make sure I'm gonna be able to get the damage correct, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, that's a lot of damage, and then it's not.
Okay.
What's the which wolf is closest to me?
There were two. There's a bloodied one that is shot full of bolts, and another one that is there's you and then Adara and then a wolf.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the one in front of Adara, and I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery and essentially say, "What do you want, you overgrown rat?"
The injured one or the uninjured one?
The one in front of Adara. So
They're
I
both
think
in
it's
front
the
of
uninjured one.
Adara.
So I'm gonna be like,
Okay.
yeah, like my frog is more fierce than you, and I want you to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Like, can you mock a beast? What is the rule for that?
And a creature I can see within range.
All
If
right.
the target can hear
let's do
you,
it.
though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
It's
Oh,
purely
I love
tone.
it. So even though you're just like, meh, 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 meh.
Yeah, it's just like I don't.
That's a 12.
Yeah, no, then you're failing. Okay. So it's gonna have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Ooh,
And
nice.
then it's taking, oh god, I'm dropping things underneath my laptop stand. And then it's taking 5 points of psychic damage.
Get fucked, wolf.
I mean, yeah.
You made him
It'd
look
be-
bad in front of his friend.
Yeah, that was kind of the point.
It's fine. Soon we'll make him look dead in front of his friend.
No!
Adara, you are up.
Don't worry, the other friend will
Alright.
also be dead.
So there's now a moderately injured wolf and a mildly injured wolf in front of me.
There's a bloodied wolf and an ashamed wolf.
A bloodied
In
wolf and
front
an
of you.
insulted wolf. All right.
We don't kink shame here, but we do wolf shame.
So I'm going to attack the less injured one first.
Okay.
I'm going to take a swing with the scimitar. That hits 24.
Oh,
And
yeah.
please make me a strength saving throw, as I'm going to try to trip you.
14.
Fail. You fall prone and take 16 points of damage.
So he looked bad in front of his friends and then fell over.
Uh,
Oh!
which also means my next attacks have advantage on it. So
Cone of shame, dog.
get wrecked. Whew. All right, dodge the 2. A 16 hits, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is not the alpha.
No, 12 points of
Sigma
damage.
males, look.
12 points?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
and then I'm gonna bite the prone embarrassed wolf.
Okay.
For a 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right. 12 points of piercing damage.
That's a dead wolf.
Yeah. All right, I point at the final wolf.
Yeah.
That's my turn though.
That wolf is gonna make out kind of a sad little howl and try and fail to bite Adara. And then it is
So
Victoria's turn.
sad.
It's not sad if they started it. You have to
This
harden
is
your
so
heart.
sad. Euphoria played Despacito.
So it's Vittori's turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Time to end this fight. Jesus. Okay, that's a raw 18, so I'm not even gonna add anything.
I would have laughed if you're like, this is time to end it, and then you rolled a 1.
Right?
God.
It's
It's
always
time to
how
end it.
is.
Shoots Adara in the face.
Uh,
That should be 12 points of damage.
So how do you want to do this?
Yay!
yeah!
Yay! God, it's so like the wolf just like tries to bite Adara, and I just walk over and be like, I kind of pity you, and I don't want your misery to last. So Adara just shoots the wolf point blank.
At this point, you see an older looking massive man in armor with 2 other younger men in lighter armor come kind of jogging up to you, weapons drawn. Oh, seems to be too late, but well done,
Excellent timing.
adventurers. My apology. Laris Morning's young. Captain of the guard.
I say hello, and as my bonus action, I second wind.
And I should have said as he is trotting up, he is doing that with a walking stick.
Huh. So...
Yeah, nice to meet you.
So, if you want healing, recommend you stop by the apothecary in town. That looks like quite a
Glad
fight.
there is one. Glad there is one.
Yes, Mrs. Nobbit, she's a kindly woman who runs it. The kids seem to be fond of her. She has sweeties for them.
Is your team usually this good with timing?
I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
Then don't worry about it.
So, wait, sorry. I was distracted with healing myself. You said you were the captain of the guard? Or...
Yes.
Okay. Got any... Before we go off and heal ourselves and move on with our day, we've been tasked with finding the missing kid with the posters all over town. Do you have anything that would be useful to know? Uh-huh. Can I insight check that look?
And he takes off his helmet, and you see that he's a half-elf, but his ears aren't very pronounced, and one of them seems to be like pockmarked, almost like it had acid dripped across it in some way. And says, well, you can see we've got a wolf problem in this town. I mean, if a kid goes missing... Yes, you may insight check that.
Yeah, thanks.
Ah.
19.
13.
I am still standing there in my full ice armor shit, and I got a 16.
He's not a lesbian, so Vittori's not as sure.
Yeah.
You get that he really thinks that Octavia is dead, and thinks that Lady Precious is causing a bunch of maybe a bit unrealistic in expectations of getting her daughter back.
Not a good look, bro. Not a good look.
All right. Well then. Good talk. Thanks.
Yeah,
Come see me about the reward if you happen to find the child, but grief is always hard. People with money and power seem to find ways to draw it out.
That is generally fair,
So
yeah.
these wolf attacks, they happen often?
Well, it comes with living by the woods, I suppose, but... Yes. When our children cry wolf in this town, there's no joking about it. There are wolves.
Interesting place to set up town. Is there any particular reason?
Oh, fine lumber. For generations here.
And the wolves have been a problem as far back as you can remember?
No. No, come to think of it, no. I mean, there's always wolves and bears in the woods, but I didn't start getting this vicious till a couple of years ago. We went too far into the forest. Angered something.
Ah. So, like, there was a causal reason for these wolves to be pissed. Good to know.
Yeah.
Reflecting back on
I've
the...
seen a lot of things across the plains, and I know enough to know that I don't know everything.
Plains or Planes? How well traveled is this man?
ANES.
Oh. He's very well traveled. So reflecting back on the wolves we just encountered, did they seem unusual for dire wolves in any way?
Give me a nature check.
Vittori, did these wolves seem unusual in any way? Natural 1. They're big
jeez.
puppies.
They seemed like big dogs,
Big
Dara.
puppies.
I only have a +2 to animal handling, so that is just a 10.
Well, nature, right?
I'm sorry. Oh no, and not an animal handling. What's my nature? No, I have a 0 to
Intelligence.
nature.
Oh no!
I am not that kind of nature. That's an 8.
You can roll. I want to say we could do animal handling if you want.
I was gonna say, do you want
Those are
help? I can
bad.
help you
I
a
don't
little
think I get
bit.
anything either way.
That's a 9.
Okay. We'll say
We know nothing.
That's fine.
having left Shy with the brain cell, you
Oh, no.
recall vaguely that wolves typically stay away from urban areas. Not like this is urban, this is a very sleepy small town. But it is weird for them to appear where it's populated.
Hmm.
And they tend
Yeah,
to
the
be
next time we see
aggressive when
these-
they're like protecting something.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if we see these wolves again, I am definitely using speak with animals because this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to suggest that we go see the apothecary because I am both very injured and in need of speaking to some children.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I also need a lot of healing.
I am no longer visibly
On a
bloodied.
scale of 52 to 0, I am at 21.
Ooh.
Don't ask
Scale.
why that's that scale.
On a scale of
So-
1 to 47, I have 13.
Huh.
I track my damage and not my health, so I just know that I've taken and healed away enough to be at 29 points of damage.
Jeez, God.
Yeah,
Still a lot.
I haven't set it up because my character sheet is a spreadsheet that I just like minus the damage from the number, but then it shows me what my current HP is. So I get to do it without having to do the math myself.
Yay!
Oh, I do all the math myself. I make my life hard.
So, heading towards the northwestern end of town, as directed, just on the edge of the forest, you see a small, cozy-looking hut. And there's a sign that says, Hospitality Apothecary. T-E-A.
Mm.
Feeling when you emphasize the tea part.
Yes,
Yeah,
hospitality.
I could do some tea.
All right, knock knock.
The door's open. There's a fire crackling inside. And looking around, you see the owner, an elderly woman with weathered skin, silver white hair, and gray clouded eyes, almost like there's cataracts over them. There are shelves full of toys in here and books that are of lower reading levels. On the counter, there are tons and tons of candy. But it's all like very organized and neat and pristine in here. Not a speck of dust anywhere. You also see, notice coming in that there's no missing person signs on the, anywhere on the apothecary, on the outside or on the inside. The woman greets you and says, "Welcome, guests. Welcome to a hospitality. Can I get you some tea? I'm Mrs. Nobbit. Oh, in for a spot of healing, are you, dears?"
Yes, please.
Yes.
"Some nettle tea ought to warm you right up. Shall I dry your clothes by the fire? Or jackets, of course. I know it gets a bit chilly out there."
I was like, are we wet?
It's muddy
Yeah, I
out.
was just like,
Ugh.
Nothing like holds in the heat, like reheating your coat by the fire. So then when you put it on again, you retain extra heat. Didn't your mother ever do that for you, dear?
I don't know how to respond to that, as I am also standing here in my freaking ice armor. Just like, oh,
Says, well,
okay.
pull up a chair by the stove, and you see there's a couple, like, small-sized wooden stools and a big fire stove. She pours each of you a cup of tea, a steaming mug, and she has one herself.
Ah,
Well.
I guess I have no reason to not drink this.
Yeah.
It tastes delicious, and your injuries are all healed.
Oh.
I was gonna say, Ophelia would have
Yeah,
drank
like,
it anyway. She would have been
full
like,
health?
yay!
You are back to full.
Damn. That's some good tea.
Oh, I bet
Nettles.
Shy's sad she's missing out on this. I bet Zan is too.
It's nettles with just a bit of chamomile. Goes a long way.
Well,
Do
thank
you sell
you.
this like
So good.
dried?
Yeah.
I sell all sorts of tea here, and sweets, whatever you would like. Yes, you can take a look around. I've got some
Yeah,
general
we're definitely-
supplies for the adventurer, potion ingredients, nothing too dangerous.
I wanna
But
assemble a variety pack of tea for Shy.
yeah, you can do that.
Aww. Okay, listen, I get that
I
Shy's
was
underwater
also
at the
thinking
moment.
that, but I was like, that's not in character, so I'm glad that Adara is.
I understand if Shy's underwater, Zan, but here's the thing. When you're underwater, if you sprinkle tea in the water, the whole ocean becomes your teacup.
You just, sprinkle the tea in front of you and then go like, ow, and then you have
Yeah.
tea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get it. Thank
And that's
you.
how you make tea. You just
Yeah.
put tea leaves in cold water, and
And
that'll
eat it.
just do it.
Yeah.
Put
we're
tea leaves in
definitely
cold
not-
water
Think
and
about
chew.
it.
We're definitely not alienating our British audience right now.
What British audience? They're asleep.
It's the
Yes.
American way to make tea. Just dump it in a harbor.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna look over at the woman, and I'm gonna say, sorry, we heard that you're both really good at apothecary work, and that you're very popular with the children, and I can tell that one of them is already very true.
Oh, I thank you, dear. You're too kind. Yes, the children love to come by. They come for the candies and the toys, but, they're so well-behaved little people. They're really dears, you know.
Did Octavia come by? A lot. I noticed, like, I'm gonna pull out the flyer from, like, assumedly my pocket, and say something along the lines of, cause I noticed you don't have any posters up about her.
I'm watching her like a hawk for her response.
Octavia?
Waiting for the insight check.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I don't know this little girl.
I don't need an insight check on that. She's lying. I'm calling it now. She kidnapped the child
Anybody
for
can
some
also
reason.
Give me a perception check if you want.
1,000,000% I want.
Insight and perception, or just perception?
Either one.
It's a 14 for both. It doesn't matter either way.
21 for
That is
perception.
a dirty 20 for both.
So, everyone but Ophelia can tell that she is hiding something.
Mm-hmm.
All of you have noticed that that a poster with this same kind of, like, I keep wanting to call it lamination. It's not lamination. It's like just
The finish.
fancy parchment
Magic lamination.
and
Is it like
protective
wax?
veneer? Yeah. It says protective veneer, so I guess it is waxed. Yes, nice parchment that is waxed. used to hang on the inside of this door. You see a nail there and a scrap of the parchment. Like it was torn down.
So then that was an unrelated poster made from the same paper about the same child.
She breathes in her tea steam and says, I wouldn't be too concerned about little Octavia, dear. You know, these children are so well behaved that I'm sure that if one of them wouldn't go, it's hard to imagine that one would go missing if they actually wanted to be found.
Are you blaming a child?
No, I'm saying they're more clever than people give them credit for. If you want to know about children in this town, I suggest you talk with the priest who runs the orphanage. All the children in the town come to play with the orphans when they visit from the mountains.
Is that a genuine suggestion or an attempt at misdirecting and getting us to leave her house?
I thought you were asking her for a second.
Oh no, sorry, I'm asking the universe.
It is unclear.
Probably a bit of both.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
She is enjoying your company.
Yeah. So is the orphanage itself in the mountains, or what do you mean, like, come down from the mountains?
Oh, yes. On a path just up the mountains, that's where there's religious orphanage of sorts. Father Treffington.
What's your
like
stance
the general
on...
direction of the ocean?
They come down to visit and buy candy, and they're such sweet children.
What's your stance on the father?
Oh, well, you know how these religious sorts are. But he takes in children and...
Ocean again. It just
What'd you
looks
say?
at the ocean again. It's in the
Looks in
general
the vague
direction of Shy.
Yeah. Well, he's never come to the apothecary first, sweetie. So I can't say I know him.
Just out of curiosity, because you said you don't know Octavia directly. Have you ever met any of her friends? Because I know she used to hang around like a good group of kids.
Oh, yes, all the children come here from time to time to get candies. They're dear little things. If anybody wants to, you can give me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
try.
I did not expect you to say Arcana. Just
Yeah, that was not
and
my
now
first.
I really wish we had Shy.
That was not my first guess. I like how you say that as you have a magic user.
14.
True, but well, you know, I got a 15.
Especially because I just rolled a 17.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I just have Shy on the brain from all the orphanage talk.
You're like, now that Shy is gone, and I'm sitting here like, okay.
Ophelia, you can
Yeah.
tell there's something more magical with Mrs. Nobbit than just the, like, herbs that are used for potions, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is.
I'm like gonna look at the like tea leaves in the cup and say, so I do a bit of magic myself. What kind of magic do you practice? Because clearly, aside from this, there's a lot going on.
Oh, I'm just an apothecary, my dear, but there's a little bit of magic in, you know, herbalism and knowing plants. You know, the real magic is in knowing how to the exact temperature to get your candy at. The difference between softball and hard crack is just the matter of seconds when you're making a caramel. That's the real magic. Now, when you don't want to burn your caramel, see you put them on the stove with your sugar and your butter, and you have to stir constantly. And then when it starts to boil, you'll want to take a little bit. And she just kind of goes on about candy making.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I was wondering how long
I
you
could just
going
tell
to
you
go
how to
on.
make caramel.
like, yeah, Ink also knows how to make caramel, but I'm just like sitting here like, yeah, sure. So I gather you also make the candy that you give to the kids?
Oh, yes, yes.
while
Do you
they're
ever
talking,
do like,
oh sorry.
go ahead.
While they're talking, Idara, under the guise of collecting teas for Shy, which she is also doing, is just going to be kind of like scoping out the room.
Okay.
What else is in here? Any obvious, like, oh, this is like, we found her Lich Soul Jar or whatever, since Ophelia said, like, you practice magic, and she was like, what, me? So Idara's like, all right. What else is in here?
There's a cash register or cash box that is locked, and a lot of toys, general goods, like dry goods, feed in here, stuff that you would supply like passers through with. Plus, toys and YA and younger books.
Are there any, like,
Where's the lever to the weird basement dungeon?
yeah, are there any, like, trap doors or, like, doors to other rooms? Like, is this a one-room building, or does she, like, live
One-room
upstairs?
building.
Okay.
Seems like a little small hut.
Okay.
Okay. While she's doing that whole thing, I'm gonna say, like, have you ever made, what's the word? Like, herb candy? My dad used to make, like, these little menthol things. Do you ever put herbs in the candy?
Oh, that sounds delicious. Menthol with a bit of eucalyptus and lemon, maybe. That could be good for influenza season. Soothing as a lozenge.
Yeah, so do you do anything like that? Do you do any kind of, like, apothecary work to, like, help kids take their medicine and stuff? Or do you just, like, only make strictly candy?
Ma'am, do you drug these children?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm asking.
Oh no, I'm not. I just sell ingredients and let people heal themselves, though I can advise you on what to do and what's best for what, but no, that's not really my thing. I just prefer to make candy and cookies.
Based off, like, the whole Arcana energy that I got, is it specifically her that's magic, or is it something in here that's magic?
Seems like something around her.
While this whole conversation is going on, Vittoria's also like latching on to the whole magic thing. While Adara is like looking around the room. I think like Vittoria's, she casts detect magic to also see if there's anything magical. While
I was gonna say, I was waiting for a moment where I could take out the wand of it, but I'm like, if you can just do it, I'm gonna let you just do that.
So, yes, there is illusion magic on Mrs. Nobbit.
And is there any magic elsewhere in the room, or is it just on her?
Just on her.
Interesting.
I'm going to ask her if do you mind if I get up and take a look around? I'm gonna pull out, like, the little book that I have with my herbalism kit and say, I want to see, like, what you carry. Is that okay?
Oh, absolutely. Make yourselves at home. If you want a refill, just let me know. I'll top you off.
Okay. Then I will get up and I will, like, motion for Vittoria to, like, come stand with me. Like, and while I'm, like, looking at my book and, like, staring at the shelves, I'm gonna, like, lean over to Victoria and be like, did you notice anything weird about her?
She has illusion magic on her.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay. Good, jeez. I mean, like, clearly, it's very weird. I don't have anything that can get rid of that, so we're gonna have to either figure out a way to dispel it another way or just confront her with it, but I don't really know which way to do that.
We walk into this woman's home. We take off her
It's not
makeup.
her home. She doesn't
we walk
live
into
here.
this
Just
woman's
her
business.
store.
We take off her makeup. We accuse her of wearing makeup. And then we leave and look for a missing child.
Listen, she's a hag raven. I need to take care of this before it gets worse.
Yeah, she's got a bit of hag energy about her.
Yeah!
Big hag energy.
That should be a shirt. Big hag energy.
So I guess Adara's probably chatting with her at this point for like tea recommendations while the other two are talking about this, just occupying her
she's
attention
telling
a
me
bit.
all about the different kinds of tea.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to get like a complement of 10 that are like a good variety, and like interesting, not just flavor wise, but like with what they do.
Yeah. She could definitely do that for you for about like 5 silver.
Oh yeah.
She'll throw in like a baked good too.
Oh yeah.
Because you're just so sweet.
Oh, thank you.
I want
Thank
to know
you, but
how.
also, God, that's so sus.
Yeah, I want to know how much. Like, can I buy a literal full pound of this tea that just heals you fully, so that when we're on the road we don't have to buy healing potions anymore?
She says, well, I can sell you some nettle tea, but there's something about drinking it by the fire with friends that seems to really do the trick.
Oh, do you do like a magic enchantment on the tea?
Friendship is the most enchanting thing of all, don't you find?
I mean, yeah, like Adara and Vittoria are great, but like if there's another component to this, I'd like to know before I buy it.
Yeah.
It'll be 5 silver for a pound of the nettle tea, but don't expect it to do more than nettle tea can do, dear.
So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then while we're kind of like figuring this out, I'm gonna lean over to Victoria and go like, no, I don't know what to do here.
I'm just worried that, she's not actually related to this and we're just going down a rabbit hole that's like just a red herring, What if she's not part of this?
There is no way she is not a part of this if there are no posters. There was one, and she has illusion magic on her.
Could follow her home.
True.
You could go to the orphanage.
What if she lives in the woods? Maybe that ties in everything.
So, I think Adara's probably wrapping up her purchase by now. So I think she's gonna do that and then suggest to the other two that we make our way somewhere else, and we can always come back here. It's not like this establishment is closing anytime soon.
That's true.
If I find out Shai has a food allergy, I'll need to come back later. So.
Stay warm out there, dears. Enjoy the tea. Thank you for the company.
You too.
Thank you. As soon as we skirt out the door, and like we're out of the actual haunt, I'm gonna look at Adara like dead in the face and go, there was illusion magic on that woman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like she kidnapped the kid or enabled her escape elsewhere, and I don't know
Okay,
which.
good. It's good. It's not just me. I'm glad. Good.
I'm glad you're all getting the same vibes.
I was looking around for like child hiding trapdoors, but I didn't see anything. I guess, presumably you wouldn't want to keep her in the basement of your like apothecary hut. That'd be like your house basement. So,
I mean, yeah, especially if it's so wet around here. I can't imagine that would be healthy.
Yeah, based on something she said in there, I suspect that she knows a lot more about the child's Octavia. Thank you. I was like, Ophelia is a different child I know. I love you.
You are not wrong.
So, Octavia, I suspect she knows a lot more about Octavia's situation than she's letting on, which also makes me think that Octavia may have left on purpose with help.
I mean, she's 8.
Yeah, so she would need help.
Yeah.
But that is a recurring theme in the missing persons situations that we've found ourselves in thus far. So, admittedly, I'm a little biased to assume in that direction, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it might be a good idea to go and talk to some of the kids at the orphanage to see if they like know more about her other than quote unquote what old woman has told us and the fact that she literally has not met her before.
Yeah, I think
Not met her.
they're
Also,
probably.
she says.
Sorry.
Also, she says.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I suspect that the kids might be more likely to let something slip if they know anything than she would be. I'll plan on just kind of taking a knee while you talk to them.
Okay.
You're already healed. I guess you need your short rest stuff back.
Yeah, I have a lot of short rest
both of
things
you
I
need your
expended.
short rest stuff. Damn.
Unless that was
Oh,
a full
there's
hour
no
of
You
rest.
chilling.
could have had a short rest. You had some tea.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say. I would have
Thanks.
assumed
yeah.
that that was gonna be our short rest.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like
Hell
we
yeah.
spent an hour in there, so I didn't want to make any assumptions.
I'm gonna look at it down and be like, okay, before I like go and talk to the kids, my question is, are you okay with me borrowing Crouton to give me a reason to talk to these kids so that they don't immediately freak out?
I'm okay with it. If they have adult guardians present, I think it might hurt your case to show up with a large warg and be like, I want to interact with your children alone.
No, you know what? That's very fair. My whole assumption was like, hey, you want to come pet the dog and talk to me?
Does Crouton still have approximate puppy proportions, and therefore is Crouton still like kind of cute, or is Crouton like an awkward teen at this
Does he have
point?
acne?
Wait, we broke the DM.
Say Crouton is no longer as tiny, fluffy. He's taller now, but he still has overly sized paws. He just doesn't have the scrunchy puppy skin anymore.
All right. Then yeah, you're welcome to borrow Crouton. He's you know, I
Probably
would say
like as big as a grown lab.
yeah, I would say
Oh, baby.
oh, at least maybe get a read on if there are adults present. Maybe get a read on them first before you offer the dog as an option.
Yeah, I was just hoping to have like a reason so if kids come over and be like, you have a dog, then like it's less weird than me walking up being like, hey kids, you want to see a giant wolf dog?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Also, do you want to put Shy's tea stuff in my backpack, or are you gonna put it in yours?
Oh, I was gonna put it in mine because I already did that.
Okay. She did say we're gonna have to go up the mountain to the orphanage, which is weird to me.
Also, it's like in the opposite direction of the forest, and it does worry me that we've, been in this town for as long as we have, without going towards the forest.
I mean, we went
But,
toward
you
the
know,
forest once, and I got attacked.
Yeah, true.
All right. Well, let's talk to the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally.
So, heading
I just knocked over some
mountainwards,
dice, don't worry.
you see some, as you get closer to the outskirts of town in that direction, up towards the mountain, you see some townspeople glaring silently at you.
Can I roll insight to see if there's a reason for it other than racism?
Yeah, same.
What's that? 15.
Yeah, I'll say you find a townsperson who actually walks up to you. with that insight check. It just says, are you sure you know what you're getting into? There's something weird going on at the orphanage.
Interesting. Well, we didn't have that information, so, you know, you're making us more prepared than we were 5 minutes ago, so thank you. Is there any more information you have, or is that just generally what you know?
I mean, it looks like a prison, and there's never any lights on in there.
Oof. Huh.
It's creepy.
Have you seen kids around there?
Oh, well, they come down on Saturdays for candy. They go to Mrs. Nobbitt's apothecary.
What day of the week is it?
She's a lovely lady.
What day of the week is it?
It's, Tuesday. But in Faerun, I guess, so, like...
Duh. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
My favorite day of the week.
It's Fantasy Tuesday. You know what that means. So I'm gonna.
So it's Friday, the day when we play Threeflings.
I'm gonna. When this person says, she's a lovely woman, I want to know if that's like a sarcasm thing or an actual genuine thing.
Okay. You can insight check her, but I'll just tell you, she seems genuine.
Okay, no, that was more like the thing where I wanted to make sure she wasn't just saying like, yeah, she's great.
I know, she's like, she's a lovely woman.
Okay.
Have you been to the apothecary?
Yeah, we're
Oh yeah.
coming from there.
Yeah.
What do you know about the whole like missing kid thing?
Oh, the Reeves kid. I mean, I know Lady Precious is really upset, but I mean, there's wolves in the woods and that kind of thing happens sometimes. It's just a shame.
Yeah, like isn't it?
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go on.
Geography clarification question. It's mountain with orphanage, and then town, and then woods?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna say like, yeah, but like, isn't it weird that it was only Octavia that didn't come back? Like, isn't that weird to any of you?
Yeah.
I don't really know that much
I mean,
about it.
Well, thanks for the tip about the orphanage.
Yeah.
Be safe up there. The place freaks me out.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Does it seem like that's why everyone else was like glaring at us? Because that's a weird thing to glare at people about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were kind of like, why are you going up to that weird place?
Okay.
Like the fuck?
So, heading up, you see, as expected, it looks like a castle or an outpost, like a military outpost of some sort. You don't see any lights inside, and the grounds are overgrown. There's rusty metal bars reinforcing the doors and windows.
Hey.
At the entrance, there is a sign with the words discipline, order, reform. The knocker creaks and sticks when you try to use it. Oh, I should say that there's also the sign, the home of divine order for wayward orphans. The knocker creaks and sticks when you try to open it, but eventually allows you to make a thud, indicating your presence at the door. A tall, balding human man answers and welcomes you inside. The interior is dark and cold, and you see uniformed children in gray walking with deliberate steps through the hallway. They do not look at you as you stand in the atrium. The man who welcomed you turns and he has gaunt facial features, but looks fit beneath his priestly robes. Has bright green eyes. Says, visitors, welcome to the Divine Order for Wayward Orphans. I'm Father Boris Treffington. What can I do for you? Please, we so rarely get visitors here.
I'm gonna do my weird poofy skirt curtsy thing, and say, wonderful to meet you. I'm Ophelia. We're just here because we heard about Octavia and so on and so forth. What? You said your father? What deity do you follow?
Trulahon.
What do I know about that?
Give me a religion check.
Oh god, if this goes really badly, I'm gonna feel like an asshole.
No.
Oh, that's a 23, thank god.
Ooh,
Hey.
sweet.
I got a +4 to it, and I rolled a 19.
So you get that Trulahon is likely either a local deity or a regional variant on a Maunator. Given that you see sun symbols around here, despite the gray, and some golden lilies. A lawful neutral deity, but generally a positively regarded one. One associated with light.
What is a monitor? What's going on with that?
What's their deal?
A Maunator, looks like a lanky, silver, white-haired, short man. Also called the Merciless.
Oh,
dedicated
To law and order above all else.
Cool tagline for someone
I
to take
just
care of
wanna-
kids.
Point out that Jamie is in the chat right now, so welcome.
Hey, Jamie!
hi. Jess, just a quick question. How do you spell that?
I will put the link to... There you go.
Thank you. Jamie, I hope this amuses you because I'm sitting here being like, hey, let's play Religion Simulator for 20 minutes.
They have just met Boris Treffington.
Okay.
Forbidden knowledge, we know his first name.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming Ophelia probably has a good amount of knowledge about at least a Monitor.
Yeah, and
Are there other
Wait a
adults around, or is it just him?
it is just him that you can see.
I read your lips, but the words did not make it through. But I see that it was just him.
Oh, weird.
Wait, now I can't hear anyone. Oh no, what's going on? Can someone else say something? It's this again? All right, hang on. Something's going on. No sound is coming through my computer. Cool. Since I can't hear anyone else and nothing else is coming through, let's go to a quick break, because we need one anyway, approximately. So, we'll be right back, everyone. Sorry that my computer suddenly freaked out. Back in 5. We're back.
Hey everybody, hope you can hear us.
They can.
Welcome. We are playing The Divine Order of Things by Jamie O'Defear, who was here for a second ago. And yeah, we have just arrived to the home of Divine Order for Wayward Children. Before our sound went out. Hopefully you can all hear us again.
Yes, they can.
So you were doing a check on this dude? Or no? Were you just talking to him?
We all need to repeat everything we said after I said that wasn't audible because nobody else heard it and I have no idea what happened.
Okay. I don't think we did anything after that point except talk about how I wasn't audible.
All right. Well then, I had asked if there were any other adults around.
No, there are not.
Okay.
You just see him.
Can't hear
And
Ink.
children
Oh yeah, Ink's mouth
walking.
is moving. Ink is not muted, so it's on their end.
Yeah, Ink, I can't hear you either.
There's always something. At
Yeah,
least this
same.
time the problem's not me.
Ink? Can't hear you, hon.
Uh-oh, we might need to go back on another break.
Jeez.
Oh, there they go.
Oh, no.
All right, split Gwen. I'm not recropping it because I'm just gonna have to fix it again.
There we go. Hi.
Yay!
There you are.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Discord. I love how literally it's fine until we go on stream and then it's like, ha ha ha, get wrecked.
Yeah.
Like, Discord can sense that we're now live.
Discord's like, I'm
Wait.
gonna cast vicious mockery on these streamers. I'm gonna embarrass them in front of their peers.
Yeah, me. Is that true?
I
I can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ah, okay. Well,
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
There we go,
I
now we're
can't
good.
hear me. That's good.
All right.
all good. So,
No other adults except Boris Treffington.
All right.
okay.
Ink, what were you saying?
I was going to ask him. What was I going to ask him? I was going to say, so do you run this whole thing yourself?
Yes, I am in charge of the orphanage. I occasionally have some adult assistants. We have a cook. We have, a nurse, but for the most part, this is, well, would be strange to call an orphanage one's baby, but, this is my domain, if you will, to serve Trulahon.
Can I get a read on him as a person?
Are you insight checking him?
Yeah, I kind of assume that he believes what he's saying, but I want to insight check him to like get a sense of why, like he said this was his domain, so like is it more important to him that he's like manifesting this as a way to praise his deity, or is it actually in his eyes helping the children? Because I'm not convinced the latter is true.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's
what
point.
I'm rolling.
You don't mind if I manifest?
That is a 21.
Damn.
Okay.
That knowledge.
You can tell from having been a bounty hunter and a bartender, you know a bullshitter. And you know he's full of shit.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
What's stopping us from fighting this man right here, right now?
We're in the house of the Lord, Dress.
Not my lord.
I'm gonna look over at like the kids that are walking on and say, is there any reason the like children aren't acknowledging us?
Children are to be seen and not heard. Children are
Say this.
silent until spoken to.
There it is.
Uh,
Do you mind if I talk to one of the kids?
Oh no, not when they're on their walks. I'm so sorry. They're practicing their marching right now.
marching? Why?
Yeah, for what?
Oh, it instills discipline and an orderly mind. We have them walk in tandem. It's good for the soul, good to exercise, good to promote unity.
Based on the body language of these kids, is this like something that they really hate doing, or is this like magically induced?
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm gonna say you don't sense any magic in here.
Okay.
Looking at the kids, they seem reserved.
Mm-hmm.
But there's kind of an air of hopelessness in here.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So when
I'm
can
really-
we talk to the kids?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna let Adara do her thing real quick.
No.
So, well, if you want to adopt a child, of course we could arrange a visitation and introduction, but, you know, they have their free days on Saturdays, and that's when they're allowed to speak.
How do you tell when one of them want to go to the bathroom, or like have a certain thing for dinner, or like need a drink of water?
Well, they eat and drink and use the facilities at scheduled times. We have to maintain
someone
order here.
really needs to go to the bathroom?
Well, they should think about that before they come to class now, shouldn't they, Cynthia? And
This
he
is the
points to a
exact same
little girl
energy
marching.
as like the dad where you're like, I need to pee, and he's like, why didn't you pee ahead of time? And you literally look him dead in the eyes and go, I didn't have to 15 hours ago.
God.
So, making eye contact with the group, I'm going to attempt to communicate with my facial expressions discreetly so that he can't, like, you know, hear me. Do we want to do the thing where someone stalls and other people go investigate?
I'm gonna like look at Adara, and then like because I use it as like a pseudo walking stick, I'm gonna like wiggle my staff like, do you want Snake to come distract?
I think Adara gives you a look that's just like, what? I meant like a
Gonna do, like,
low-key
a-
thing. Like a you talk so he's distracted.
God, this would have been so different if Shy was here.
Right?
He would have just been dead by now.
Shy would have crushed it with the book like a cockroach.
Yeah. All
I said
right.
it's really interesting Shy's not playing this one, but I thought you'd have a different experience.
So I think Idara's stance right now is that she's done talking to this man one way or another.
Yeah, same.
But
I was done the moment I saw him.
I mean, yeah, that too. So I think
He's just bald.
that's not all that's wrong with him. So, so I think Idara, unless somebody like stops her to keep the conversation going, is just gonna be like, that is great to know. We will reconnect. But didn't realize we were gonna be interrupting schedules. So later.
Wait, I have a question for you, Jess.
Yeah.
Is this person like a human?
Human.
Okay. Because I just realized, like, also, how is the lighting situation? Is it like brightly lit or is it like dimly lit? Are there like dark corners and stuff?
Ooh. This area is fairly dim.
Okay, that's perfect. Because
like,
the thing that I,
but without dark vision, you know, but it's like candle lit, torch lit.
Yeah, because a thing that I rarely use, or explicitly use for Vittori, is that she is invisible in darkness. And I think that this is a good time to utilize that by, like, pretending to leave, but actually, like, going down a corridor.
Ooh.
Okay. So, would you like to give me a stealth check to sneak away? Would you all like to do that, or just Vittori?
I think, sorry?
I was gonna say, if we're pretending to leave, do we really have to sneak at that point?
True.
I will tell you, if you leave, the door will lock behind you, and because it is barred, you will not be able to look around here anymore.
It's a bard?
But if you want to look around the orphanage, you will have to either sneak away from him or distract him and then sneak away from him.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely...
I got a 15 on my stealth check.
Do you add 10 for being invisible, or...?
No. I'm assuming when I am sneaking away, I'm not already invisible, because that would assume that I was moving from the light into the darkness. So I'm not adding anything for...
Okay.
Because I was gonna say, if I see that, like, Victoria's, like, doing, like, the scrunch knee thing where, like, she's ready to go try to sneak off.
Do the Skyrim sneak.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the thing where you're just like...
She just, like, without saying anything, she just crouches down and then, like...
Where'd Vittori go?
Just like, where'd she go? No, because if that's gonna be the case, I absolutely, will... Is there, like, an altar in here, or is it just, like, an open space?
Right now you're just in the atrium, so it's pretty open here.
Okay, because I will absolutely have it be a thing where, the flames begin to flicker using thaumaturgy.
Okay.
There are, like, let's see, what else is the main thing with, Amunator?
Fire.
Yeah, there's fire, the sun. I'm gonna have it sound like there are a bunch of falcons screeching overhead.
Okay.
Is that the thing that he does?
Oh my gosh, thank you for the raid!
Oh, damn!
Hi, thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
We're very suspicious of a bald guy right now. That's all you're missing.
Oh no, Jess. Jess.
That's rough.
Anyway.
But yeah, I am going to do that, and I think from there, I'm just going to pretty much, like, let's see. Is there, are there doors around here in the room?
Yeah, there are.
Okay, door furthest from us, I'm going to have that one, fly open and slam shut over and over again.
Nice.
Okay.
You gotta love thaumaturgy, up to 3 1-minute effects at once!
Okay. So, Vittori somewhat vanishes.
Good for her.
Peace.
And then Ophelia causes chaos to happen. And you see the Boris, his demeanor drops as the kids start looking around. He says, "Order, maintain order," and starts making a beeline for that door to close it.
Hell yeah.
So the last thing we said to him was "see ya," so I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
While he's doing that, also because that door will not stop for that full minute, I am going to take I'm gonna look at the kid closest to me, bend down, look them in the eyes and say, "It's okay. I just want to talk to you."
That kid, her eyes get really wide, and she just puts her fingers to her lips, like, shh, and makes a gesture for you to follow her.
Okay, I'm gonna look at, like, where Adara is and, like, nod to her, and I am going to follow this child.
Vittori, do you follow too?
Yes.
Yeah, you see Adara.
Skyward sneak! Yeah!
Everybody sneak.
Uh,
At this, you see a couple other kids kind of break off and quietly follow. But you
Nice.
notice nobody's laughing, despite Boris, like, freaking out and looking upset. They seem more nervous than like, ha ha, he's having a tough time.
God, I hope I can make them laugh before the end of the adventure, because I think it'll be fun to just, like, end this with everyone just, like, in a circle, like, around him and just pointing and laughing. I think that would be good.
That's
we already
assuming
did that
he's
to the
not.
wolf. We don't need to do this to a grown man.
That's assuming he's not in pieces, which is also possible,
True.
depending on how he handles
True.
the fallout of all this.
The kids lead you downstairs.
Mhm.
And it gets darker, but it's still pretty lit here. And they point to a locked door. You see there's a combination lock. And then it seems like there's like 3 locks on this door, or 3 parts of this lock. So there's a combination lock. Then there's a thumbtack with a smudge of dried blood next to it. And then a circular piece with a line running through the center.
When you say a circular piece of what?
Oh, you know what? This is a thing in steps. Just kidding. So first it's a combination lock, 3 numbers. I told you 2 things too early.
I'll start trying to work on the door.
Yeah. While Adara does that, I'm gonna talk to the children who let us down here.
Okay, Adara, these are numbers 1 through 9.
Okay.
There are 3 like spinny numbers in the
Okay.
combo lock.
Okay, so those ones are pretty easy to crack because you just kind of like listen for or feel for like the tumbler to like click in when you get the right number. So she's just gonna do that and try and like, you know, use basic lock picking to open it.
Thieves' tools, but the tool itself is the lock.
Thieves' tools, and the tools are my ears.
Okay.
And the tools is a Skyrim minigame, but with the combination lock.
I was gonna say, the tool is the man upstairs freaking out about the door.
Hey.
Hey. So, you notice when you start putting numbers in sequentially that there's like a thunk.
Like a good thunk or a bad thunk?
A good thunk.
Okay.
Dunk, dunk, dunk. So how many kids have brought us down here too? Just out of curiosity.
I'll say like 4.
Okay. Is there a way for me to close the door that they brought us in?
It's up at the top of the stairs, but you can close it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna close it, so we can talk to these kids without this man, like, hearing these children speaking outside of a Saturday.
Uh-huh.
By the way, while this is all going on, Victoria is like standing guard basically in the shadows, so like she's watching the door. So the other 2 can do their shit.
Thank you, Victoria. Very, very cool. Gwen, is there anything you want to
Teamwork.
do before I start talking to these children?
I'm popping the lock. I'm focusing on just doing that as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you get, at 3, 4, and 5, it pops.
Okay.
That's like making your password password.
Yeah.
Pick a different combo, man.
No,
that
it's
is-
like making your password with a 0, because 1, 2, 3 would have been just regular password.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I assume they get to have a little bit of conversation while she's doing that.
As
Yes.
a treat.
Yes. So the girl that like motioned me to follow her, I'm gonna like kind of like bend down, so I'm a very similar height, which probably doesn't require me to bend or squat that much, to be honest. And ask her, what's going on with the whole thing with the father?
Oh, what? He's gonna be angry. But you should see.
See what exactly?
And she just points to the door.
Uh,
At which
Is
point,
it-
Adara, you see what looks like a thumbtack next to a smudge of dried blood. Once you pop that open, that is the next thing you see.
Is it like... So did the door open? And that's what
No, just
okay.
part of the lock.
Part of the lock opened, and behind that part of the lock was a thumbtack and some dried blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess that this is something that, like, he needs a little bit of his blood to activate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to basically take like a water skin and kind of re-wet the dried blood, and then like use that and be like, it's blood. Here's his
that's
blood again.
smart.
Yeah,
like
that was what I
that.
was thinking too.
Yeah, okay.
I would have been like, well, time to go cut off his thumb.
I was like, yeah, other option is taking the hand, so we're starting with this.
Yeah, at that, it pushes in, and then you see, a circle with a line running through the center.
Circle with a line running through the center. What's it made of?
Wood.
Talking.
And it looks like if you can turn this circular part in the center, and you can see that there are little lines on the outsides of either of the lock too.
So it's like
right now, the line is facing this way.
So it's like the other kind of combination lock, or
Looks
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what this looks
right
like.
now it's a
too.
vertical line
mm-hmm.
running right through a circle. On the outside of the lock, you see two sides of horizontal lines.
All right, I want to kind of
Horizontal lines.
I want to inspect this for a minute, or just
Mhm.
like, using my basic door opening knowledge, as well as the number of traps, magical and otherwise, that I've run into. It feels a little obvious to just turn it so the line lines up. So I want to see if I think that will, like, that's the correct way to do it, or if that's just going to trigger, like, an explosion or something.
Okay.
Yeah, if you ask, I can always cast Detect Magic, or I'll give you the wand if you want to.
Sure.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. Who has the wand of secrets? That's Shy.
That's shy.
Not shy,
Right.
but I at
Shy's
least,
always
I
on
can
the
at least
mind.
tell you if there's magic.
Yeah. If I can't figure it out, I will probably ask, but I'm gonna assume that Ophelia has better things to ask the kids about first.
Mm.
Given what you know about doors, actually, give me an investigation or insight check.
How much do you
sure.
know
Insight
about
check the door.
How much
Insight
do you know
check
about
the door.
doors?
Insight check the door. 24. Fuck this door. I
Okay.
know all its secrets.
Damn.
So,
That rhymed.
yeah, you get that Boris has strong beliefs, but is maybe more clever than he thinks he is. Or the other way around. He thinks he's more clever than he actually is. So perhaps a tripartite lock where every step is not terribly difficult is something he would think would be a really tough lock to break.
Okay, so my intuition
Amazing.
is that it is actually that easy. So I will turn it so they line up.
And at that, there's a click, and the door opens.
Nice.
All right. I'll kind of like quietly whistle for the other two, so that they all know to look at the door, and then I'll swing it open.
Time to go in.
Ophelia, did you want to talk to the child about anything else?
Yeah, I am assuming I probably have, like, a cookie or something from the old woman, so I will give her that to share with her friends that let us down here.
From Mrs. Nobbits, she's the best.
Oh yeah, she gave me a baked good too. You can pull that out of my backpack if you want, but I'm busy.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll do that so that each kid gets half of a thing instead of 1/4 of a thing.
Yay.
And
Right, did Vittori get one? I forget.
I don't
No.
Vittori didn't
No.
buy anything,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vittori's
that's-
just like, I'm here too!
I'm vibing.
So I'm gonna ask this kid, is there anything else I should know? Because I'm gonna do my best to help you. I just want to make sure that there's nothing else that's going on.
Just be safe. He's scary.
Like, grown-up scary or like monster scary?
Is there a difference?
oh,
That's deep, but also,
that answers that question.
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna, that concerns Ophelia a little bit. So she's like grown-up scary is when they get angry and yell. Monster scary is when people get angry and turn into something else.
He's always angry.
yay.
And at that, one of the other kids tugs on the girl you're talking to's robe.
Mhm.
She says, he'll notice soon. We should go back.
Okay. I'll offer to give these kids a hug if they want, but if not, I will let them go.
They will gladly take the hug.
Yeah, ring of warmth, baby.
Yay.
But yes, and then I will go with Adara, and I will also if Vittori hasn't noticed, I will also tell Vittori that the door is open.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have noticed.
Ophelia assumes everyone is equally unobservant, as she is.
So this door...
I mean, like, Vittori was just, like, watching the door and then, like, well, watching both doors, basically, I guess.
Vittori's just
You got two
in the
eyeballs
middle of
for
the
a
room
reason.
going,
Yeah, that's basically what she was doing. Like, has he come down the stairs yet? Has Adara unlocked the door yet? Has he come down the stairs yet? Has Adara unlocked the door yet? That's how she was.
So the door leads to further downstairs. And as you carefully take steps down into the basement of the home of Divine Order for Wayward Children, you hear a rattling sound. Just as your
Like
feet hit the bottom step, a series
Oh,
of
no.
ever-burning torches come alight, revealing small cages. Some of the
Yikes.
cages are empty, but a couple contain skeletons, and one
Yikes.
contains a small child who is pale and sickly in
Big
appearance.
yikes!
Octavia.
Yeah, I was gonna say, poster in the pocket, is it comparable?
Yeah.
Like, something
Also,
comparable
I'm
looking.
gonna
No,
it's not
Oh.
her?
it's not
Hmm.
her.
Okay. I'm gonna look to Vittori and say, one of us should stay by the door. Do you want to or should I?
I've been doing it this whole time, so, you know, I'll keep doing that, and I assume that you're gonna lockpick anyway, and you already were on doing that task, so might as well
Alright.
stick to those.
Alright. The
It's
last thing I
funny you
want
should
is for
say that.
us to get locked in here. What's
'Cause-
up?
You suddenly hear
Oh no.
heavy footfalls coming down those steps at a rapid
God.
pace.
I'm
You
gonna-
know
I'm
what
gonna
that
shoot him on
means?
sight.
It's time to snake it up.
Do we have time to switch places? Because I'd like to be by the door if we hear him coming, and I assume Vittori would like to not be by the door.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah, you do.
based on just
Okay.
everything, I would assume that probably, like, Ophelia in this case would probably be going down the stairs first, because, like, Adara was probably, like, holding the door, Vittori was still watching the door, and then we all just went, mew.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think-
I will ready my, my snaff, my snake staff.
Your snaff.
Yeah, my snaff.
Yeah. Idara canonically goes first into every room unless somebody feels very eager about it, so she probably did go first and then has to, like, elbow her way past again to get back to the doorway.
Okay.
How much time do we approximately have before this guy gets down here?
6 seconds.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Adara and say, should I make myself look like someone else?
Oh.
You got a specific person?
Rich woman who hired us.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, then I'm gonna use
Got
Mask
it.
of Many Faces, and I will just, disguise myself to look like her.
Okay.
And I will essentially, stand and look as regal as physically possible, and, look concerned while looking around.
I'm gonna
Okay.
hide.
Actually, I know that Adara was like, I know you probably want to be away from the door, but I think that Victoria is actually going to be right next to the door, so that when he enters, then he won't be able to see her because she'd be behind him.
You guys can clothesline him?
Yeah, we're both just gonna be, like, one on either side of the door, like, flat against the wall. We're not here.
Yeah,
So
it's just this woman.
you're both hiding
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
the
at least-
door.
Yes.
And then disguised Ophelia is in the room.
Yeah, looking around, looking concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ideally, we have some sort of cover so that we're not, like, literally the first thing he sees when he walks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check just to hide.
Ooh.
18.
I think, yeah, that's a 21.
Nice.
You're such good hiders.
Hide and go seek. It's child's play. Yeah.
Okay. So you see Boris in his robes barreling down the stairs, and you see that he has grabbed a golden shield with the emblem of a sun on it and a spear.
Yep, because
As
that's
soon as he
that's the
walks,
big-
runs in going, "You're not supposed to be down here."
I am going to turn and look at him, and with my best fancy person voice, I will say, and gesture to everything in the basement and say, "Is this what you use the money? My money and the town's, is that what you use this for?"
He pauses for a second. Lady Precious is. I didn't see you come in. How did you get in here? And immediately, sort of puts his like welcoming voice back on, but is not quite handling it.
Yeah. Well, when I knocked and no one answered, I opened the door, looked in, and saw absolute chaos. And some of the children looked a little concerned. And so I followed context clues and tried to see what might be happening. And well, here we are.
Ignore the 3-part lock between everything else in this room.
I mean, I feel like if you're looking at the richest person in the area, I doubt that that's going to be your first priority.
Well, Lady Precious, I am sorry. It's going to be very, very hard on the town when they hear the news that first your daughter went missing, as I know, and then that you died so suddenly of grief.
I'm gonna bite him.
I'm gonna
I was
say,
gonna say,
and
if he-
he is making an attack before you can bite Adara.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, try.
It is cocked. Okay.
Oh, thank you for the
So-
subscription.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for subscribing.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, that is doo. He's gonna wang at you with his shield.
He's gonna what?
Shield bash her.
Wang.
And that is not too much damage. That is 6 bludgeoning damage, and please give me a strength saving throw, Ophelia.
Okay.
Can he also knock people down like the wolves can?
He can.
I get knocked down.
But I'm gonna up again.
Let's see. Wait, hang on. I have to check something quick because if so, I might actually be able to. And down to this, I forget if this is a tiefling thing or a warlock thing. I genuinely forget half the time. Where are you?
We need a short rest. I'm ready to have a really big first turn.
I am so ready for you to have the most immensely powerful first turn. And I'm ready for Vittori to instantly grab him and suplex him. I am so ready.
You might have gotten the cousins mixed up, but either way, it'll be a fun ride.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I was
gonna be
about
either
to
one of you.
say.
I was half expecting you guys to do the double, oh, it's Boney Sanders from the top with a metal chair.
We wanted to give you a chance to, like, you know, get him monologuing.
You know what?
Yeah.
It did give him a chance to start monologuing. So from there, and then... okay. That's gonna be 16.
Okay. You maintain your footing.
Yeah.
So he does not get advantage when he then stabs you with a spear. But I think he's still gonna hit, because that is over 20 to hit you.
Yeah, I gotta see if... Hang on. I gotta see if what he's doing to is also going to
Oh wait, that's D8.
disrupt. Okay, if I won't disrupt too much, because I was gonna say, if he wants to figure out that I'm not actually her, he's going to have to spend an entire action telling that.
He doesn't really care.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna notice. So, do you know what that means? We don't care anymore. We'll commit violence.
That is 13 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then his next attack does not hit you.
Haha, sucks to suck.
Hell yeah.
Shall we roll for initiative, or were you just gonna bite him, Adara?
I mean,
Then
I was
we
gonna
roll.
bite him and then we can roll for initiative.
Let's do it.
All right.
Can I
Yeah!
also shoot him and then roll initiative?
Yes, everybody
we-
gets a thing, and then we roll for initiative.
We each
My
get one.
thing was monologuing.
13?
19.
That does not hit.
All right.
18 does hit.
Adara goes for the bite, but then feels the crossbow, like senses a crossbow behind her, and instead of connecting with a bite, just ducks out of the way of a crossbow bolt.
8 damage.
8 damage?
Thing is
Yeah.
rolled to the ground. Pull it, Ophelia.
Wow, he rolled shit on initiative.
All right, initiative.
Hell yeah.
All
Alright, time to roll initiative then.
Yes, it is.
You know what that means? It's time to
I
get bodied.
finally rolled well on initiative. I got
Yay!
a 21.
I got a
Yeah!
aggregate 20.
I got a
Sweet.
14.
Hey, that's good for Ophelia.
Yeah! Competence.
Oh my gosh, you are all going ahead of him.
Good.
Yay!
Alright. Vittori, you are up.
Okay, pain train time. Hunter's mark. In the end. Well, actually, I need to actually roll first. What am I doing? Yeah, no,
shit, I
that
forgot.
because that is a 25.
Yes, that hits.
I love the inventory. This is so ridiculous.
Bit Troop's got the right idea. Sword, cat paw, sword,
13
cat
points
paw.
of damage.
How many?
13.
Okay.
And that's magical if that does anything.
It does not, but it's always good to know.
Yeah. Second attack is a 15. Does that hit?
Does not. He shoots that off with his shield.
Damn. Third attack. Oh god, that hits. That's a 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, gosh.
Jeez.
God, maths. Shit, I hate maths. That's
What's the
21 points of damage.
I was gonna say I can answer usually.
Points of damage?
21.
Okay, so that's 42 total.
Love, because
Yeah.
you know, how she gets a D8 extra on her last attack in the first round. I rolled an 8 on.
Nice!
Yeah.
Adara,
yeah.
we're up.
All right. Wonder cousin powers activate. I'm gonna take.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna take a swipe at him.
Blind
I'm just gonna stick with my scimitar. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Please make me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Paying
That's
back the
not
strength
great,
saving.
Bob. That's a 12.
Fail. So you will take, what is this? 16 points of magic silvered slashing damage, and you fall prone. Which means
Hey.
all my subsequent
Yay.
attacks will have advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much damage did you say?
8 plus 8, 16.
16. Okay, thank you.
Next attack. Oh, that is a 24. I can do math.
Okay.
Cool. Please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against being frightened?
It is.
Yeah, baby.
He has advantage on that. So
Well, that's
17.
unfortunate.
Fun.
Yeah, you just pass. So you're not frightened of me, but you are still prone, and you do take 15, 21 points of damage.
Shit.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
And I'm gonna action surge.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits. It's not even worth using as parry because you're rolling too high.
Hot shit.
All right, let's see if I can menace him again. You know what? Make me another wisdom save.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
just
20.
Fine. All right, you're not menaced.
I'm gonna say you make a wisdom save, Adara.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
natural
no.
20? All right.
No, what? Don't do that. I'm just gonna say he gets up from being prone.
Oh. All right.
No. Gwen's looking at the roll like, kind of wish she would have gone with it.
Right, I rolled an 18 on the die. Are you sure I don't make the wisdom save?
No, he is no longer prone.
All right, fine. Well, he
Your
will take...
attempt to frighten him gives him vigor.
All right, well, he will take, what is that? 13 points of damage.
Okay.
How many attacks was that? Those 3, right?
Yes.
All right. He's no longer prone, so
But
he's no
it was
longer
like
advantage.
trip attack, frighten, menacing
Yeah, it was
attack, and then menacing
Trip,
attack.
menace,
and then
those 3.
Yeah, I guess you have your fourth, I mean.
Yeah. 19 on the die. Not a nat 20, but I definitely hit.
The 19 on the die?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that will hit.
Yeah. So, please take... Do I want to use all my superiority dice in my first turn? I could. I'm gonna do
Yes.
it. Make me a strength
gonna say-
saving throw.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say, Gwen, do you have the fighter thing where if you roll a 19, you get a crit too?
Not yet.
I
Oh,
think
you're
that's
almost there.
champion.
Oh yeah, that is
14.
champion. Fail. You fall down again.
I get back up, and I get knocked down again.
Guy's
take
falling, standing
minimum,
up, and
so
then
10
immediately
damage.
slipping again.
How much damage?
10.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bite him.
Good.
That is a 26 to bite.
Yes, you bite.
Cool. Please take 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So how do you want to do this?
I think Idara and Vittori just like, they see him go for the stab on Ophelia. They just look at each other and have a moment of like, absolutely
Yeah.
fucking not. So like Vittori's like crossbow bolts just like rain down on him, and Idara just like sweeps under and just like flurry of blows monk looking nonsense just like wails into him.
Got that
and-
bayonetta.
Yeah, and right before he falls, she like takes a moment, stops, like grabs him by the top of his head, and is just like, "You're lucky we let you live 20 minutes longer than our friends would have," and just like rips his throat out with her teeth.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That's how that's gonna go.
Okay.
Wow, we're so good at damage, y'all.
That's a lot of damage.
Runs in the family.
Yeah.
That was literally all of my resources, except for second wind. Like, that was it. That was all of them.
Amazing.
Just mark all of those off.
And now we have nothing. So I hope that was the final boss. Or
I hope that was,
boss.
yeah, if it wasn't, I would like a short rest, please.
At that point, the kids who led you downstairs peep into the basement and come out, and they all, like, kind of, they brought some friends, and you all just get quietly hugged by children.
Aw.
Aw. I will drop my disguise and let the children hug me.
There's still a child in a cage.
Oh yes,
I'm-
I will.
Let's unlock that.
Yeah,
child's
covered in
cage.
blood, I'll just walk over to the cage with the child and start unlocking it.
Yeah, you can do that. And that kid looks very hungry.
I'm sure
And a
I
little
still have...
afraid of you, because you just did a murder, although grateful. Like, that was kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, this really is just the Grella the Kind mission from Skyrim.
Yeah.
Go interact with Ophelia. Shoot.
Yes, I will give the child hugs, and if we still have food and stuff, I will give the kid food. And if not, I will give the kids a warm cup of tea.
So you pretty
And-
much always have food on you? For
Yeah, I
traveling
would
and stuff.
probably. I'd be like, here,
Yeah.
child, have some of my 15,000 marshmallows I carry on my person.
Yes.
I love that that's your travel food.
Vitamins.
I mean, they
love that.
stay good forever.
The little boy from the cage starts, like, almost choking on these marshmallows he's eating so fast, and his eyes are just so big looking at you.
Yeah. I know, they're, like, always good.
The little girl who led you downstairs goes up to Ophelia and gives you a necklace with a bronze medallion on it. And you recognize what's on the center of this medallion as a much smaller version of something that you saw as a disco ball earlier. You know, this is a hag's eye.
Oh.
Wonder who
Huh.
this could belong to.
This is Mrs. Nobbit gave it to me to keep an eye on what was going on in here, so she could get us out. Who is the most hurt?
Is that
of us?
Octavia?
Or
Octavia doesn't live here.
Okay.
I
I
think she
figured that, but you know, I was just worried.
wait, what was the question about who is the most hurt?
Oh no, she said, like, Mrs. Nobbit takes who's the most
Oh,
at risk, basically.
okay.
Oh, so what did you say about Octavia not living there? I heard that part and then nothing else.
I think she's already with Mrs. Nobbit.
Oh.
Dara just squints at this child and is like, I knew it.
Yeah, like, honestly.
We had the right vibes.
Yes. Does Mrs. Nobbit help all of you guys that are having a rough time?
Well, she saw Annabelle's bruises and then made it look like Annabelle got eaten by wolves. And now Annabelle lives with Mrs. Nobbit. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
you see a little boy go, Mrs. Nobbit soon.
I'm
Is
glad.
And you see that his arm is in a cast.
Oh, buddy. Is that what happened with Octavia, too?
Her dad's mean.
Yeah, I could tell her mom
Mm.
didn't seem very fond of him. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give her another hug, and pretty much, like, look down at her. Do we have any idea what we're going to do with these, like, 40-something children?
Well, I
Give
was
them to
thinking,
Mrs.
can we
Nobbit.
all send them to Shy?
I say,
No!
You could
Okay.
send them all to Mrs. Nobbit.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
let's
send
Mrs.
them all to
Nobbit
Mrs. Nobbit, and then we're gonna ask Shy how her monastery is doing on orphans. Do they need any new ones? We've recently come into a surplus.
And we don't worry, we didn't make them orphans.
They were orphans when we got there.
I'm gonna ask Adora if you want like his staff or spear or shield or whatever. I'm not gonna take it.
Oh, hell yeah. Idara's probably doing like the thing that hot people do at the gym where they're like kind of sweaty and they like pull up their shirt and you can see all their abs and then she's like wiping off, but it's like just blood. So, you know,
Hot girl
it's
shit.
like, so she stops and is just like, shit, yeah. What is this? Sorry, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Shit. Children. Darn.
Also, if
What is
See a
this?
little kid just be like, fuck.
Motherfucker.
I love children swearing. It's so funny. If Kutan and Fred are willing, I will let the children like pet them while the three of us figure out what to do with them.
Here, children have a therapy ward.
Yeah.
All about Crouton and Fred.
Good.
Fred's probably just sitting on Kutan's head, just like ha 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 ha.
Fred has mastered the art of like balancing on a moving puppy.
Yeah. No, he's got sticky little fingers. He can do it. So, should we go take them to Mrs. Nobbit first, or like go and tell her that His Righteous Holiness is gone now, so now they need a new guardian?
Could she
It
see
might
this?
be
Wait,
better to...
who's
Oh, right,
holding
yeah, the eye.
Who's holding
Could
the
you-
hag's eye?
I have it.
Ophelia.
Just give it to me.
You want to just hold it up for a sec? Adara's gonna like tap it while Ophelia's holding it and be like, "Hello."
Yeah, let's do a Skype call.
If you can hear us, the priest guy is dead, and we've got a lot of children coming your way. Heads up. All right, I think it worked.
Yeah.
Like, her or you, Jess?
That was me. I don't think you could hear anything from the eye.
The eye just blinks a little bit, just like. Yeah.
Slow blink of cat trust.
I just want to know, like, what we need to do about Octavia, because it's clear she doesn't want to live with her dad anymore. And it seems very obvious that, like, her mom does not want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a separate conversation for when we're not responsible for dozens of orphans.
That's fair. I think our best bet right now is going to be taking the children to town on a trip for order and discipline. And then, you know, being like, hey, here you go. Get some candy. Forever.
So, yeah, is that the plan?
What's the terrain around this orphanage? Like, the terrain around this orphanage?
It's windy and rocky.
Okay. What's the actual building made out of?
Stone.
All right.
That's why I was
I guess it
wondering
seems like
if-
a castle or a military fortification.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I was like, should we just have this Nobbit come up here rather than trying to lead like 15,000 children down a mountain?
Sure.
That might actually, yeah, I
maybe.
think that's smart. And my plan of burning down the orphanage isn't going to go very well because it's made of rocks.
Yeah,
So
you can make concrete.
You could give me a history check if you want to see what the orphanage once was.
sure. Wow, aggregate 20. I've been hanging out with Shy too much.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Abandoned
that's-
military
my roll was
outpost.
shit.
Yeah, abandoned
Yeah,
military
yeah,
outpost
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
So yes, it will be hard to burn down.
All right. Well then, do you think the kids are gonna be okay waiting here, or do they want to
just
get out of here?
I'll ask the kids if they want to stay here and wait for,
Yeah.
like, do you all want to wait for Mrs. Nobbit to come up here, or do you all want to go down to see her?
Well, she always has the best plans. So she said to wait until we heard from her, and she'll get us when she's ready.
Huh.
Great. We'll go talk to her and see, and let her know that she's ready.
I mean, I assume she already knows from the Hag's Eye, but you know, might as well have a conversation with her.
I don't know how those work, so I don't know if that's like an all the time thing or if you need to be like focusing.
Sure.
So we might go down there and tell her with our words.
I was gonna say, I was just gonna look out the window and see if she's coming up the mountain.
She's not.
Okay.
But one of the children just, I can tell you where she lives.
Is she in the forest?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think we should go find her because I think we need to talk to her anyway.
Yeah.
How about you all wait not in the horrible creepy dungeon?
Yeah. Please don't wait near the corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that, they all kind of run upstairs, and it seems like they're a little excited, but also like still nervous about running, but eager.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I will like specifically make sure that I yeah, I'll do this. I have some of those paint tube stuff from one of our adventures and a bunch of scrolls, so I'll leave that for them.
Aw, that's
Well,
awesome. Yeah.
While they do some stuff.
That's
So that they're not just like sitting there standing around like NPCs like, what do we do?
I was
Marching.
I had a similar thought and was looking in my inventory for things Adara could give children, and the only thing I could find was fireworks, and I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, I looked at it and was like, no, these kids probably have post-traumatic disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Or something along those lines. That would be really bad for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'll leave them with paint. And then, like, before I leave, I'll do, like, a hopscotch board on the floors out of paint, so then they can keep keep themselves busy.
I'll gather up
You are these children's hero now, Ophelia, by the way.
Good.
Yes! Child army!
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what we tried to stop.
No
I'm
child
saying,
army.
if anything happens to Ophelia, these children are gonna storm them.
While she's setting all that up, I'm just gonna gather, like, all the notable things that the father is wearing or carrying, including, like, his shield and his pokey stick, spear, and his like, you know, if he's got like a holy symbol or like a wallet or
a fantasy wallet.
Yeah,
fantasy
you know, like normal
license.
things.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got that.
Cool. All right,
It's just a regular like spear and shield. It's not like a fancy special one.
Cool. Let's go talk to the hag.
Are you taking the hag's eye with you or leaving it with the children?
Ooh, that's fair.
I mean, they brought it to Ophelia, right?
Yeah,
They did.
I will give it to the girl that gave it to me originally.
Okay.
So that they can keep she can keep an eye on them. And then I'll ask the kid, excuse me, who said that they could show us where she lives. And essentially say, like, if you want to come with us to show us where she lives, you can, or just tell us and you can stay here.
Okay. And, she'll go with you, actually.
Eh.
She's pretty excited to get out of the house, and she's proud and wants to show you the way.
Are we all excited to get out of the house?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for this small child to literally do something other than walk in a circle.
Yeah.
So, heading towards the woods with your child guide, you don't get attacked by wolves.
Hell
Yay.
yeah!
Who would have thought?
Pretty straight shot, not dangerous.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
And you find yourselves at a rather large cottage. It
Enough to
looks
fit 40 children.
definitely big enough to house at least 20. Like, if you were expecting this to just be for one person, you would be like, who needs all this space? It looks weathered and a little run down, but still inviting. And the front door is not locked.
I'm knocking first instead of just opening the door.
You hear Mrs. Nobbit say, "Come in, just finishing lessons."
Okay, open the
Lessons.
door.
Are they like the sea hack lessons?
Walking in, you see, oh, and the little girl who's leading you goes, "Lessons are the best part. They come right before dinner." And she just takes off like a shot into the house.
Gosh. Okay.
You see a kitchen full of clean cooking implements. And hear Mrs. Nobbit's voice as you approach a room filled with desks and children sitting at the desks.
Hmm.
Does
one of them look like Octavia?
Sure does.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
You see a chalkboard with words and definitions in neat scrawl across.
Aw.
And standing at the chalkboard is a blue-skinned hag.
Mm-hmm.
She turns to you and says,
Yeah, whoa.
"Welcome. As you can see, I'm just in the middle of lessons, but excellent job on what you did with that monster. I will attend to all of them as soon as we finish here," and smiles a big toothy grin at the kids.
Yeah. Take your
Of
time.
course.
It's more important.
She said,
Yeah, they're not in danger anymore, so.
I'm sure you can see that.
she turns to the kids, who don't seem phased at all by her looking like a night hag,
I mean, yeah. It's fair.
and says,
We just look like that.
"The only danger is 40 lines of parchment demonstrating your knowledge of your town's history due 2 sundowns from now. Supper's ready in an hour. You may go, children." And you see the girl who led you running with her peers, and the kids are all like, "Yay!" and get up and run out to go play in the woods.
Oh, that's sweet.
This is now. Thank you for what you did at the orphanage. I'm sorry I lied to you about little Octavia, but, well, she heard from the orphans that I'd been smuggling them out and asked for a safe place. Her father, well, he's not the same man sober as he is when he's home.
Hmm. Now, I know you mainly take care of children, but would you also be willing to house Octavia's mom for a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking as well.
She both doesn't care for her husband and also would I imagine be in a similar situation.
And
Yeah.
also would like to see her daughter again.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose. Are you sure she'd be willing to give up being the wife of a reeve? I mean, that's quite a wealthy position. Not everyone wants to live with a crazy old woman in the woods.
Yeah, but what's better, living in the woods with a crazy old woman or living in a really nice isolating house with a crazy man who will and can literally harm you at any point in which he wishes?
Certainly worth extending the offer.
Yeah, in any case, we need something to tell her, and unless we tell her the truth, I'm not entirely sure what I want to tell her, because, you know, the easy way would be to say that her daughter is dead, but I don't want her to live thinking that that's the case.
Yeah, especially if she's still with her husband.
Yeah.
You know, Octavia's not like the other children here. She has a mother who loves her. If you take Octavia back to her mother and tell her mother what's going on and why Octavia left, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Works for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Zan
Yeah.
in chat did say she'd do anything to get her daughter back. That is true. She also didn't say she would do anything to stay with her husband. So win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk to her. Also, yeah, there's like 40 children up there. They have a bunch of paint and paper, and they're keeping themselves busy. We didn't want to like bring them all down at once.
Oh, I saw you did an excellent job with them. You know, you could be quite the teacher yourself.
Maybe one day. Not sure yet.
Give you some more time. I bet you'd be a bit of a softie.
I mean, yeah, my dad is really soft. It's just how it is. Soft is nice.
Thinking about how hag teachers are a reoccurring thing in Uncaged.
I mean, yeah, honestly, if you're
It's
gonna
cute.
be taught by someone, yeah, you might as well. I'm gonna like turn to Adar and Vittori and be like, should we wait until after dinner to take Octavia? Because I don't want to take her away from dinner.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Also, while we're chatting, are you, I mean, this feels a little obvious, but you're associated with the recent wolf problem, right?
Oh, yes. You were protected because you had little Sandrine with you, and I had an eye on what was going on.
Okay.
So is that just because people are getting too close to your house, or?
I don't want anyone finding the children that are supposed to be dead.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
They're perfectly safe. They're good dogs.
Sorry about the ones we killed.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That one.
They got too close to town. They're only supposed to go after people who come towards this house. We're naughty dogs.
You might give the other ones a stern talking to remind them. Also, do you have any puppies?
I was just thinking about that, just like...
They're wolves, they're not
was that
her
the thing that
personal
Adara
dogs.
Well,
I just think Crouton could make some friends. Like,
Aww.
you know, he'd probably have a really nice time playing with your dogs if they're around.
well, I do believe Perdita had a litter just recently.
And then
Yes,
look directly
you
at
can
Vittori
check
and just be
around
like,
back.
Crouton's like, is it time for me to sniff another dog's butt?
is it finally time?
If you three want to stay for
figure out
dinner,
names. Ugh.
if you want to stay for dinner, your dear little chap can go play with the puppies out back.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like a good arrangement.
Fuck, I mean, heck yeah. There are children around.
Adara would be the person to censor heck, but not fuck.
And you have a healthy dinner that also has like kid fun stuff. So there's like salad. There is some. I'm gonna say you have some fried chicken.
Oh yeah,
And-
baby.
And biscuits. You like how I called it a healthy dinner and then described like a not healthy dinner, but it's good. It's made with love.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm sure it's healthier than literally nothing.
There's
Yeah, you've got some
there's
fried chicken,
also salad.
biscuits, honey butter,
Yeah, there's salad.
yeah, green
and
beans.
salad.
Yeah.
Balance.
As long as you eat salad, it's healthy, right?
Green beans.
Yes.
Yeah, you get some
That's
green beans.
itself out.
Yeah, Draz, why are you attacking me personally? All right. So then I guess next step is to go talk to the mom.
Yeah.
When we see Octavia, I'm gonna feel like we've heard so much about you. And hopefully, if this all goes well, you'll be able to stay here with your mom. Crossing fingers.
Not my dad.
No,
Please.
no, not your dad.
Of course not.
Can I still go to school with Mrs. Norbit?
I mean, yeah, if it works out, you can stay here. We'll just be bringing your mom
Yeah.
with you.
I mean, full
Yeah,
disclosure, we
if
don't
she wants
have
to come
authority
with
over
you.
your life, but like that's something we
Yeah.
would talk to your mom about.
Okay, let's go.
Hey.
I miss my
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, she misses you too. Call up this small child out again.
So she says goodbye to her friends, but also tells them, like, I'll be right back.
That's so cute.
And you head back to town, and it's uneventful again. No wolf attacks.
Yeah.
And returning from the woods, unscarred, with Octavia, the whole town gathers around you in awe.
Oh, I didn't plan to do this so publicly. Ah!
It's fine.
It's
We're here now.
We just walk out of the woods, see everyone, then just walk up.
We just fade back in.
It's that Simpsons gif where it's
You're
just
like
like
a
Grandpa
Homer
Simpson
gif.
puts his hat on, turns back around.
Yep.
Septima comes running out to hug Octavia and even like gets down in the muddy street to like scoop her up into her arms, just sobbing.
Mhm.
So I thought I'd never see my girl again. Thank you. You brought my baby home to me.
Yeah, we were definitely not expecting what we found, but we also have an offer for you if you'd like it.
Would we like to kind of pull her?
Well, yes. Where did you go, Octavia? Where did you find her?
Are we still in the middle of the street around a bunch of people?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have this conversation a little more like privately.
I was gonna say, yeah, Dara's doing the most. I think maybe we could, if the store, like, if the hospitality is still open,
It
like,
is
if
not.
she just,
'Cause
I was
she's
gonna say,
gone
if she just
home.
leaves the building open, then we
Oh.
would go there, but no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
just
it's not
break
hard to
in.
break in. Yeah.
No.
I'm breaking in. We're gonna have a private conversation. We have implicit permission.
But yeah, with all these, like, people gathered on and be like, can we have some space? So mom with her kid.
People back away, but you still see people like looking in from their windows because they're all very surprised. She was deemed dead.
Well, this is why
You know, we've been talking about how we wish Shy was here, like, this whole adventure. I wish Euphoria was here, because I know she has Leomund's tiny hut, and that would be so helpful about
Or
now.
just doing the thing that's like, you know, everyone look at me.
Actually, I have rope tricked. Does everyone want to go into a pocket dimension at the top of some rope?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I was just gonna see if I could pop open the locked tea store.
You can give me a sleight of or a thieves' tools check for that, unless you would all like to go into a pocket dimension.
Do we
was
want to go
even
in the
just
pocket
saying, like,
dimension?
Gosh, I was just gonna say, let's go stand, like, on the side of a building so we're not just, like, out in the open. Jeez.
We'll just stand near the tea store, so we're like not in the middle of the street.
Okay.
Yeah, like, near the woods.
Like that's fine. I've picked enough locks today.
Fine.
Yeah, and I don't think the woman would want us to break into her place after
No,
we
I'm saying we have implicit permission because we're doing a task for her. Therefore, her resources
No.
are our resources.
Gosh. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you get away from the crowd a little bit.
And essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have, like, my mage hand come up, so, like, if anyone gets too close, they just get pushed away.
Oh my god,
Okay.
that's beautiful.
No.
So, where did you find my darling girl? And you see her, like, straightening Octavia's hair.
Long story short, the woman who runs hospitality, takes in children, especially those from the orphanage, who are not experiencing, like, the greatest time at home.
She's
And-
a kidnapper.
No, because these kids actively want to leave, so they try to leave, and then she finds
And
them. and
Octavia
takes them.
asked her.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, she kind of filled us in on your husband and everything.
So that's why he stopped with me.
Yeah, that was our preposition for you. The woman that took care of Octavia is very willing to take you in, like she did with Octavia, if you want. And she'll come up with some kind of excuse of why you went missing one night, and da-da-da-da-da-da.
I think I have a better idea, but I appreciate that. She stands up, she first nuzzles into Octavia's hair. It's, my darling girl, I'm so sorry. I couldn't protect you. And walks into the middle of town. You know who I am. Your Reeve has been abusing my family. Perhaps he shouldn't be the Reeve. Perhaps he should be run out of town. I believe tarring and feathering is appropriate in this case. And the town looks around momentarily in surprise. She says, I'm hereby banishing my husband from this town. Anyone who wants to stay with him may also leave.
Damn.
Hot girl shit.
pretending that she's not personally involved in this, Adara is just like, oh yeah, that sounds really smart. Oh yeah, that's you, yeah, run him out of town.
Actually, can we do stuff with thaumaturgy?
I was gonna say,
Speak for
yeah, we
yourself.
could.
You definitely can.
Yeah, I would definitely be like making a lot of clapping noises, making like woo.
Yeah.
And
So,
says, Commander Morningseon, please seize the former Reeve and expel him from my jurisdiction. And you see the guards immediately leave and throw him out of town.
Yeah.
damn, if only it was that easy all
Get
the
right.
time.
Yeah, my gosh. That means we're gonna have to find a way to bring Octavia's friends to come live with her. That's
So,
What?
I believe I owe you a reward.
Yes.
Commander
also,
Morningseon has that for you, but
Great.
5,000, I believe.
Yeah. Also, Octavia was doing lessons at I forgot her
Mrs.
name.
Novick.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Nobbits.
At her home. So and I think would probably like to continue those. And it's one less thing for you to worry about. She gets to see all her friends and stuff.
Yeah, and she's teaching her for free. She's really good, actually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
incredible.
we sat in on a lesson accidentally. I was impressed.
She grins at Octavia and then picks her up and just goes, anything for my girl.
Hell yeah.
Cool. 5,000 gold, please.
Yeah. I think before we like conclude this, we're probably gonna have to go back to Miss Nobbit and be like, hey, you now have like the new Reeve on your side, which is very lit.
Hell yeah.
And doing that, is there anything else you want to do before we conclude the divine order of things?
I assume the orphanage stuff is taken care of. We don't have anything we need to do with that.
You have told the Reeve of what's going on there, so yeah, she's definitely going to find homes for those kids.
I was gonna say,
Hell yeah.
yeah, if she or like Mrs. Nobbit needed help like moving kids into the new like house or finding them homes, like Ophelia would gladly help them with that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So celebrating the new Reeve and with a murder investigation ahead of you
Oh, yeah.
is where we will leave tonight.
Wait.
That was... Oh, what were you going to say?
At some point, we need to fill people in about the dead body in the orphanage.
I mean, if we told Septima, I feel like she's gonna take care of that.
All right.
Especially if she is aware of the fact that, Father, I actually really like my religion, wink, is like, was doing that to kids. I feel like she's gonna find a way to mysteriously make him disappear.
Yeah. So just, we do that, and then we're done.
Absolutely. So that was The Divine Order of Things by Jamie Odeweir from Uncaged Volume 4. Stick around because we are going to do a raid in just a second, but let's meet our Tiefs. Starting with Ophelia, beloved of children. Who are you in the real life?
Hey, my name is Ink. You can find me on Twitter at TheseDeadPens, where I like to meme and scream about things. This week in memeing and screaming about it, oh, well, if it isn't the consequences of corporations' actions, I highly recommend, if you can, to donate to people in Texas and to other people that are affected by this magnificently awful weather that we are dealing with right now. And I am very glad to have played Ophelia and to have been your warlock / big sis for the night.
Adara, who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
I'm going to be all over the internet, and you can find me mostly on Twitter, where I post art because I'm an illustrator, and that's what I do. If you find me on Instagram, it's going to be _arts because going to be was taken. But otherwise, same deal. There's pictures there. You may view them.
And Vittori, welcome back. Who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
In the real life, I am Draz, also known as Allison. You can find me over on Twitter at Strazillion. That's basically like where I am on the internet. I sometimes, when I have projects done, I'll post them there. I do art that's unrelated to most things people are interested, unless you really like Drawfee, then in that case, that's the way you should go. In less than a month, I will have, Cattle Keep Mysteries, which I have written for, will be released, so, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
And I'm Jess. Thank you so much for joining me. You can follow me on Twitter. I write games and stuff, and I DM games professionally for Magpie now, which is kind of cool. So sign up to play with me on their curated play program. And follow me on Twitter, and follow us on Twitter as Threeflings, and support our Patreon and get access to cool stuff like the video that we're about to shoot right now.
Weird.
Next week, we are going to be back with special guest Kiana Shaw, and we are playing Our Fair Maidens by Paige Ford from Uncaged Volume 2.
Yay.
So thank you for spending your Friday with us. We love you so much. We're going to go raid Critical Bard's channel right now and give him some love. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.